TerraSpaces. Hello and welcome to The Ether. Today is Saturday, December 24th, 2022. Today on The Ether, RAC FM. Prop 89, Shrute shreds Cosmic Validator. Let's take a listen.
So we're recording, yeah? Okay, we've got someone in the room. Don't worry about that, it's recording. Maybe I'm a bit loud, I don't know. Maybe I'm not, but it's fucking Christmas here in Thailand. Yeah? It's fucking Christmas here in Thailand. So we're going to have a bit of a laugh, aren't we? Us raccoons. Aren't we? Oi. 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 Ah. It was Christmas Eve, babe. In the drunk tank. An old man said to me, won't see another one. And then he sang a song, the rare old Mountain Dew. I turned my face away and dreamed about you. I'm a lucky one. Came in 18 to 1. I got a feeling this year's for me and you. So happy Christmas. I love you, baby. I can see a better time when all our dreams come true. Why is your woman? Are you ready for your woman? She's fucking class, isn't she? What's her name? Kirsty McCall. Your woman. Aye, she comes. They got cars big as bars. They got rivers of gold. Are you ready? They got cars, they got rivers of gold. Goes right through you, it's no place for the old. Ooh. To see, ya promised me Broadway was waiting for me. You were pretty great. New York City. Oh my God. Sinatra was swinging, all the drunks were singing. Ooh. Down to the night. And my PD choir was singing Galway Bay. And the bells are ringing out for Christmas Day. Your woman's bells are ringing on that. Your bells are ringing out for Christmas time. You're a bum. You're a bum, you're a punk. Fucking love this bit, me. You're a bum, you're a punk, you're an old slut on junk. Ooh. Strip on the bed, you scumbag, you maggot, you cheap, lousy fucket. Ah, pray on your last. Oh, PD choir was singing Galway Bay. Bells are ringing out for Christmas Day. Ooh, and your bells are ringing out. Your bells are ringing out for Christmas Day. I fucking love this, mate. How good is it? Yes. Well, so could anyone. Oh my God. My dreams away when I first found you. Why? Kept them with me, babe. With my own. Can't make it all alone. Dreams around you. Now boys in my kitty choir was singing Galway Bay, and your bells are ringing out for Christmas Day. Oh, do 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 do. Yeah, woman, man, and she fucking class. Kirsty McCall, man. Grew up with your woman, like. How good. Fucking you scumbag, you maggot. You cheap, lousy faggot. And it's the most celebrated Christmas song across the world. Can you believe that? It's one of the most popular songs in the world. And it's like so politically inappropriate. Like, get your man Shrute over here. I love it, mate. I love it. Your cars are big as bars. Wait a minute. Let's cancel that shit. Hello, Shrute, son. Merry Christmas, bro, from Thailand. Woo! Oh, your man Shrute's having technical difficulties.
I'm finishing up a shower. I just saw you started it. Merry Christmas, Mr. Robo. I'll be out and ready to chat in a minute.
You're fine, man. You're fine. I love that song. I don't know. Like, I know there's only like 3 people in the room, and Shrute's having a shower. But I don't know how many people actually know that video. I think it must be what? When was that? Like 1982, 1983, right? Something around that, yeah? The cop in the video, if you go back and you look, you'll find that it is a not very famous Matt Damon. Is it Matt Damon? No, not Matt Damon, man. What the fuck's his name again? Oh, Matt Dillon. Matt Dillon from Drugstore Cowboy, is that right? Yeah, it should be Matt Dillon, I believe, I think. Matt Dillon, Drugstore Cowboy. He's in that video, you know. It's fucking unbelievable. Hey, Soy's coming. He's your man, Soy. Merry Christmas, Soy. It's Christmas in Bangkok, son. Merry Christmas. Hello, Soy. Are you there, son? Mate, it's just fucking dropped. I mean, I am in the house. I've just been taking the dogs out, feeding them, blah, blah. Like, it's not like it's get, you know, a massive, like, Christmas celebrations do, but it just feels good, Soy. I don't know about you, mate. I'm looking forward to the end of 2022. Like,
yeah, I think everyone's looking forward to the end of 2022. Can't really be better, any worse next year, can it?
Well, that depends. That depends how much more money Ukraine get to keep that proxy fucking war going.
Well, yeah.
Never mind.
Let's be honest. It's not really looking that good for next year either, is it? But we can hope.
Hey, I tell you what, Soy, it is fucking beautiful over here at the moment.
Is it?
On a nighttime, dude, on a nighttime, we've been dipping like 16.
Oh yeah, I mean, like people have been selling. I've seen like on Facebook and stuff, like people saying it's freezing over there, and I'm like, mate, you don't even know what freezing is. It's like -4 over here.
My mum's just been talking to me tonight. I haven't spoken to her for a couple of weeks. She was snowed in for like 10 days. I didn't even realise you guys had been hit so bad.
Yeah, and like,
I mean,
like my place is like just sort of outside Manchester, near Bolton, and like up in the hills. So like, you probably don't know this area, but there's like a great big sort of television mast that's like right sort of near my house, like right on the top of this sort of semi-mountain. And yeah, mate, it's been ridiculous. Like it snowed for one day, and then it was just so cold for like the following 10 days. And it was just like ice rinks everywhere. I couldn't even really leave the house.
Mate, she's like paranoid to death. Like at 70 odd years old, she was telling me about the EA or accident emergency, whatever. She was like literally, it's like a 10 to 12 hour fucking wait if you go in like E&A, yeah. Like, literally, you need to be prepared for a fucking lengthy wait in hospital if you fall over and, like, have something wrong with you, yeah?
Yeah, well, mate, honestly, the country is literally falling apart. It's completely falling apart at the seams. Like, you've got, like, postal strikes all before Christmas, so no one's got any Christmas presents. Then, like, all the transport, like, the train people are on strike, so, like, no one can go and see the families for Christmas, and everyone's having to, like, make alternative travel plans. Then the nurses are on strike. Next week was supposed to be the paramedics and the ambulance service on strike, but they've sort of delayed that because everyone's kind of like just kicking off saying, you know, like we need a bit of peace of mind over Christmas. So they've gone, all right, well, we'll delay the strikes until next year. Then you've got the border force are on strike. So all the airports all the airports should be fucked, but they've got the army in, and the army are like doing a better job than the border force do, and airports are actually running really well. But mate, it's everywhere you look at the moment. Like the country, like the UK is just absolutely screwed.
So are you looking for a quick exit? Are you looking now for next year for a sharp exit back over here? Yeah.
Yeah. So like I mean, I've kind of been meaning to come back for like last couple of months, but just sort of various different things keep cropping up. Like I started like obviously the job with Neutron, and just been kind of like really busy with that. And things are starting to calm down with that now, and it's like then it's near Christmas. So I was like, right, might as well just sort of stay here for Christmas and see my niece and stuff like this. And then I think realistically probably like early to mid Jan I'll be coming back. Like I've got we're all basically on holiday now until I think it's the 8th of Jan, 9th of Jan. So hopefully I'll try and come back just before the 9th of Jan, get myself settled before work kicks off again.
Mate, I started, like my out of office officially went on yesterday until the 10th of January.
Yeah.
So the minute you drop in the land of smiles, hook me up, mate, when you get settled, whatever. Dude, are you going to be like straightforward for visas or whatever? Is that a straight, like, easy situation for you?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, I was there like for the last like 3-4 years, basically on and off. So like I know all the ins and outs with visas and stuff. It's much easier down in Samui than it is in Bangkok. So my plan is like I'll come back on a 2-month visa. Then I will like get the extensions and that kind of stuff, and that'll give me time to sort out an education visa, and like everything that I do is online. So that'll take care of me for like the next year and a half or so, something like that.
Yeah, dude, education visas are really like easy as fuck to obtain here, man. It's ridiculous. Like even in Bangkok, they're so easy to get. Like like it's the easiest way in the country. Like how many people though, dude? I must know of like 50 people who's here on education visas and been here for fucking years now, you know.
Well, the other thing is, have you heard of the smart visas?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Like, I mean, like before COVID, I was running like a property company down in Koh Samui, but like sort of illegal, like not officially.
They're through the BOI. They're through the BOI, aren't they? I'm sure.
What?
You get them in Chamchuri Square. You know Chamchuri Square is that special office where you go for the.
I'm not sure.
Smart visa.
I know you do have to go to Bangkok in person to sort of get this smart visa, but it's a nice little thing. So what I was saying is like before COVID, I was like running like a pretty decent little just Airbnb business, renting out properties in Samui. And I had like referrals for like bike rentals and all that kind of stuff. But it was a nice little business. And then obviously COVID came along and just sent the whole thing under. And my plan was at the time, like I had a flight booked to Malaysia to sort of go and sort all the company and work permit and all that kind of shit out. And that obviously never happened because of COVID. So sort of like on the, I don't know, like lower down the priority list is to start that all up again when I get back. So I think it'll just be easy to get the education visa, but then I'll sort of take some time to like look at getting official company set up and stuff like that.
So sorry, you were one of the people who were here when COVID, like I know there were a lot of people trapped here, and the government kept on just like giving like endless like visas, like 30-day or whatever, or then it went to 60-day or whatever, like for the people to like stay in here. So you were one of the people that were trapped in the country, is that right? Yeah,
and I mean it didn't make it easier because I was like not like anti-vax, but I refused to get the vaccine. Like what kind of happened was, like say February 2020, was it? February 2019? I can't remember.
March 2020. We went into lockdown. They locked the borders down. Dude, I just got across the border with my marriage visa when they locked the entire thing down.
Yeah.
Fucking mad, like.
Well, like I said, like I was due to fly to Malaysia. I had my ticket booked and all this kind of stuff, right? And so when it all first kicked off, everyone was like, oh, it'll only be a couple of weeks. And then like 6 months later, it's still going. And there's like a period where you had to like apply to your embassy for their approval to get you a visa to stay in the country. And that worked like for most people once or twice. And then after a while, they were like, look, you can go home now. But I had this ticket booked to Malaysia, and Malaysia, the border was still closed. So they were like, right, because I had this, it looked like I had to go to Malaysia. So I got like another extension. And then that just led into a period where everyone was like, like, I don't know, the Thai government, they were saying basically every 2 months, you're like, ooh, this is probably the last one. Then it'd be another one, and it'd be, oh, probably the last one. And so, yeah, you just got like perpetual like visa extensions, 60-day extensions for like a period of about 2 years. Which sounds good. Like in hindsight, it was good, but at the time it was shit because you didn't know. Like it was like always like, well, have I got 60 more days, or am I going to have to go home? And so you couldn't like, you know, take out long-term rental agreements or anything like this. You just sort of like living 2 months at a time, and it was a bit shit, really.
Sorry, on the opposite side of the scale, do you know what happened? A lot of my friends got locked out of Thailand. And you'll understand this because of like the school terms and times, right? Unless you're on like the international school calendar, which in Asia start like a traditional Western, North American, Europe would start like September. Over in Asia, they normally start like a month earlier, like August or something. But what normally happens, guys, with like all the government schools and stuff here, right? End of February, schools finish, you do your tests, you do your reports, and you fuck off on holiday. I literally know of at least about 12, 13, 14 people who literally got locked out of Thailand. Some of them had condos here. Some of them got bought condos here, right? And literally, dude, they could not come back in. I mean, it was so late in that year, even when my first mate, who had like quite a bit of capital here, I mean, my mate had to go through the 2-week quarantine in the hotel. He had to go through all
that was the other thing as well. It was like I mean, because as I said, I didn't have the vaccine. Because in Thailand as well, they only gave you the Chinese vaccine for like the first year. So I was like, I'm not having any Chinese vaccine. And then that happened for so long that it then became apparent that this was all bullshit. And I just sort of flat out refused to have the vaccine. And because of that, I literally couldn't go home. Like there was like a massive scam in Thailand whereby like if you didn't have the vaccine, you'd have to get the test at the airport before you went home. And then like they sort of screw you and throw you in the hospital for 2 weeks. I had a mate that happened to, like he came for like a 3-week holiday and he got done with quarantine, coming and going, end up like taking like, 12 weeks out of his year or whatever to have a 3-week holiday in Thailand, and did 2 stints in quarantine when there was nothing wrong with him. And it was just a joke. So I like that sort of didn't really want to take any chances on that. And then even like internally, like I remember one time I went to visit my mate in Koh Phangan from Samui, and there was no check to get into Koh Phangan. But then once you're in Koh Phangan, they were doing vaccine checks to get back to Samui. So I ended up like being trapped in Koh Phangan for like 3 months or something like that until they sorted all that out. It's just
mate, you didn't get a wait a minute. Sorry, you didn't get an illegal boat across like an unregistered boat, because I know you can do Koh Phangan to Samui on a boat in the middle of the night quietly.
There's something called the Hadrin Queen Ferry.
No. I mean people taking you across silent in the middle of the night. Like I've been.
I've got my bike. I have my bike with me, so I can't go get any little fisherman's boat or anything like that. It just wasn't going to happen. So mate, that was, and ultimately I didn't really give a shit. It was broad as long, really. I was having quite a good time in Koh Phangan, and so I just stayed in Koh Phangan rather than like going and getting a vaccine. So it just is what it was, and or was what it was, and so yeah, it's just ultimately I wasn't really desperate to get back home to the UK anyway. So I just thought I was good. I was all right financially and all that kind of stuff. So I just like stuck it out and stayed in Thailand. But
dude,
anyway,
in Koh Phangan, wait a minute before because we'll say hello to Slinks and people in Koh Phangan. Dude, have you still got the Amsterdam bar up the mountain? Right? Did they? Did that couple still own it? Did they? She's class her like. She looks like Annie Lennox, no? Your woman. Just fucking
it did kind of close down like during the pandemic. Like a lot of those sort of like more on top places closed down. The police and the army were like all over it and stuff. So. Really? Yeah, and to be honest with you, like Amsterdam bar is more of a tourist place anyway. Once you've been there for like for a few months, you know, all the better places. Like,
So what about Mushy? Of course. But what about like Mushy Mountain and that at Hadrin? Have they closed down or what?
Well, mate, Hadrin is completely dead. Like, literally, there was no one there, mate. It was weird. It was just a total ghost town. There's like nobody there. They also started like doing a load of roadworks and stuff because there's just no one even needs to get in and out of Hadrin. So like that big hill that goes up to Hadrin, it's just completely out of action. It's all dug up and everything. So mate, it was mental. Like, honestly, it was just. It's in a way, it sounds like ideal. Like, you have this like tropical island, and you got it all to yourself, and there's no one there. But it was weird, mate. It was just a weird time.
Dude, fucking Bangkok still is, man. Like, not like it's all. Oh no, but it's all open. But you know what? All of the Asians are still wearing masks. Literally even in the village where I live or what, dude. The Thais will not fucking put the mask down for 2 seconds. They've all got them on still, man. I'm like, come on, guys, we've got over this. Like, let's just get back to normal. But mate,
it's coming again, though. It's coming again. There's like, I think 250 million Chinese people have been diagnosed with COVID this week, like a quarter of the population or whatever. So it's like they'll all be shitting themselves about that again.
Are they keeping the flights open to Italy like they did the last time?
Well, probably, yeah.
They're keeping the flights down. Like, what was it? Wuhan? What was it? Isn't it Wuhan? Where did the virus start originally? What's that place called?
Oh shit!
Wuhan or something? Shrute, do you know?
What was it called now? The
flights that had direct flights to Italy, you know.
Yeah. What was it called now? It's like it's got the only
Wuhan.
coronavirus center in. That's it. Yeah, Wuhan.
Wuhan. Yeah, basically they had like direct flights to Italy, you know, because I have loads of Chinese workers over there. Apparently. Right. Sorry, have you spoke to Matt before? No, Matt. He's fucking class. Matt, yeah, dude, he's fucking Matt brilliant. Like checked from Czech, yeah.
It was Wuhan. It was Wuhan.
It was Wuhan.
That was the answer to your question. I've just been listening to the conversation now, fellas, about these fucking tests. So basically, I mean, I don't know what you think about them, but like, I'm not concerned in the slightest. Like, there's that many people who still take these tests, and they haven't got a clue how they work. Like, these PCR tests and these antigen tests and what it is they're actually looking for and how far it actually goes back. And there's people still here in the UK, a lot of them, some of them still, and it's funny you mentioned like the Thais and the Asians, because a lot of Asians over in the UK at the minute, clearly you guys are out the mix, you're not here anymore, luckily for you lot, you jammy bastards. But even over here, they'll just not take the masks off. And to me, I'm like totally bemused by it, but I'm not buying into the whole it's coming back. I don't know what you guys think about it, but it just staggers me.
Well, it can come back all it wants. It can come back all it wants. I'm not interested in the slightest.
It's bullshit, man. Isn't it?
For me, it is. I just absolutely no concerns about it. I'm pretty sure I've had it like on several occasions and I'm fine. And so it's just I'm not like concerned about it. It's just a massive inconvenience if other people start to become concerned about it again. And, you know, it starts to affect international travel. It's just a pain in the arse.
Dude, you know something? I like when he said, I think I've already had it. I'm going to say this, and I've talked to a few people about this months. I mean, if you're going back to November 2019, which are the first like registered cases in Wuhan, and then obviously there's a shit about the American forces that had like the war games thing going on at the time. Like there's like that. I'm not lying to you. Like around about, I can't pinpoint exactly when it was. It was like end of July into August. I had like this takedown, fucking flu, like fever. Like I was on the couch, and I just got the puppies as well. I was on the couch immobilized for 7 fucking days. Like thought I was dying at times. Literally the sweat and shit that was coming out of me and what the missus had to do to take care of me was unreal. honestly, I think I had COVID like before it became a thing. I think COVID was well out, but it
Well, mate,
wasn't
if you remember when COVID first kicked off in China, Thailand had the most cases of anywhere outside China at one point, and it was only like about 40 cases or something. But Thailand had the most cases.
Thailand. Well, everybody can Google this. Call me out. We're talking about this. Thailand had the first recorded case of COVID, like confirmed in a lab outside of China ever. And I think it was round about like the 3rd or 4th of January of that year. So like the first case of COVID was confirmed in the January. We didn't close the borders, and we did like a full border close down. It wasn't until like the end of March. So we had COVID like 7 weeks.
Well, mate, what happened to me was I actually lost my passport when I was in Thailand in the December prior, so like December 2019, and I had to get an emergency passport, fly back to the UK to get a passport, to then fly back to Thailand. And all this shit was kicking off about China, but like no one was really sort of taking it seriously at the time. And so like I flew from Koh Samui to Bangkok, and I had to spend like a few days in Bangkok, like messing around to get this emergency passport. And I got ill with something. Not like nothing terrible, like I don't know, it was like a bit of Bangkok belly or something. Managed to get my passport sorted out, flew back to the UK, had Christmas, and then like just as it was all like really starting to ramp up, like people to start like, getting like a little bit concerned about it. I was like, I'm gonna have to get back there quick before they start shutting borders down and stuff like this. So I came back in the February, and like about a week later, they shut down the borders. So I just sort of made it back, but. I might well have imported COVID to the UK because honestly, I came home and I was sick as a dog, like for about a week. As soon as I got back, like horrendous cough and like all the, typical COVID symptoms that we didn't even really know about at the time. And no one was really sort of fearful about it. There's no testing or anything like this. But then like a couple of months later, it all starts to flame up and everyone starts to get a bit scared about it. And you look back and it was like, shit, like I'm pretty sure like I had it even before anyone really started knowing about it, So yeah, look like
how I feel.
Say again.
Dude, exactly the same as how I feel. Like literally, dude, like I swear to God, I think that might be the reason that I was able to go through this whole COVID thing. Haven't had it, haven't had a vaccine, haven't been wearing a mask. Like, I've just been doing what the fuck I like. Like, when they made me have to put a mask on to go in the shops, it would literally just be to walk in the shops and walk out. Dude, have you seen these cunts run in Thailand wearing like 2 masks and driving around on a motorbike? They're on the motorbike and they're wearing masks. Plebs.
Yeah, the thing is that they're wearing like we used to laugh about this in Koh Phangan, like the people on a bike with a mask on but no helmet and no fucking shoes and stuff like that. It's just ridiculous.
Hey, I've got to ask you. I lived in Samui for quite a while.
I remember.
What area do you like? Because I'll tell you, I'll go first. When I lived there, I was up north in Manam. Manam Beach along with my boat. Dude, I had the best bungalow in the world up there with the fucking most nicest pool. And when I lived in Samui for about 6 months, I had the OG, the kite surfing up on the north, like just along from Manam, the kite surfing dudes. Have you been up there?
They don't really have kite surfing in the Samui anymore. It's a Koh Phangan thing. There's 2 on the sort of if you're in Mae Nam and you're looking across the water at Koh Phangan, that area is called Bantai, and it's very popular with kite surfing in Bantai there. But they don't tend to have it in Samui because the wind blows the wrong way or something like that, and it's not really suited to it.
I don't know, dude. Like when I was there, like I had a full like bar experience on the beach, just like literally from the actual where you've got the temple entrance thing. It tells you like to go down that like you're off the main road in Manam. It's you drive down there, you keep on going all the way down, and literally you walk like a few hundred meters along the beach, and there was at least about 9 Thai guys, all heavy pot smokers. Like you used to walk up in the little forest behind, and they had a hut where they all used to get on the bongs and shit. Dude, when I was there in 2007 to 2008, like over the Christmas, New Year, I went for like Christmas, New Year. I think I left Australia like beginning of November, and I went back like before like spring started. I had about 6 months there, mate, and every single day we were chilling out with those dudes. I wonder if they've just like been chased off the island. Are the cops still bad? Are the cops still bad?
The way that it's been explained to me is down to the sort of prevailing winds. That's why it tends to be in Koh Phangan. But I guess the wind hasn't changed much since 2007, so I could be talking out my arse.
No, you're not do. But I've got like some serious like photos and videos of us like spending time down there. There used to be a proper little outfit down there, man. Kite surfing.
There's nothing there now. Absolutely nothing. I mean, and I was there like, I don't know, 4 years ago or something like that. So like pre-COVID, not when it was peak tourism and all that kind of stuff, and there was nothing. But yeah, Mainam's like beautiful area. I was actually living on Mainam Soi 1 for most of last year.
Nowhere. You're serious? Dude, is the Harley bar still there? You know, the Harley Davidson bar? Is the Harley bar still on the main road?
No, I mean, again, like, to be honest with you, like, literally, like, anything remotely touristy, bar-y, or anything like that, it just got shut down and pretty much has never come back since, as far as I'm aware. I think, like, things are starting to pick up a little bit again now, but, like, literally all the main tourist sort of places just completely shut down during COVID.
So there used to be the place you're talking about, right? I mean, guys, listen, I'm talking 15 years ago, right, when Thailand was a very, very, very different place, right? There was a nice little like outfit of like people in Manam, and some of the characters that I met when I was like living there's a couple of ex-Hells Angels who have like had to obviously like can't go back to America, whatever. Like they got someone to be able to like hook their bar up, so they got some ex-GI fucking Air Force pilot dudes to be able to like front the bar. I tell you what, Soy, you know the band, Faithless, the Faithless manager. You know he lives there now.
No,
he lives there. The manager, the Faithless manager, he lives there. He's got a beautiful fucking house in a bit further along from the main part of Manam.
Well, still now?
Oh, I don't know, dude. This was like I say, 15 fucking years ago.
Yeah,
dude.
Mate, there's all kinds of celebrities have houses. Apparently, like David Beckham's got a house, like somewhere, like sort of hidden in what's it called now? In Bangpur. You know, Bangpur, like sort of the next area over on from Mainam. Apparently, he's got a hidden mansion somewhere over there.
Well, what's it like when you drive around and you see those like big like house mansions on the cliff like tops, or you know what I'm talking about? In Samui, there's some fucking banging gaffs, like, isn't that? Some proper amazing houses.
How did you lads get into this? So, how did you lads get into this travelling? Like, how long have you been travelling around, you two? It sounds like you've been all over the place. Sorry, did interject? That was rude. I'm just curious.
No, not at all. I mean, it's weird actually. Like Robo did a get to know the community session with Gains. Like Robo was the star of the show for one of these things a while back, and he was talking about how he was in Australia in 2007. And it's really weird because me and Robo basically didn't even know each other, but we were both in Australia at the same time. And then it sounds like Robo sort of gone from Australia to Thailand and basically been out there ever since. And I came back to the UK in 2008, got a job like traditional finance and all that kind of stuff. Spent 10 years doing that. And then I made a bit of money in property, sort of not semi-retired, but like, I don't know, decided to have a bit of a career break in 2016, went and doing some traveling. And just sort of fell in love with Thailand and decided, fuck it, I'm going to stay out in Thailand, set up a couple of businesses. I was doing like drone piloting and videography, property photography and all this kind of stuff, and set myself up like a little Airbnb rentals business and all this, that and the other just before COVID. And then I kind of just got stuck there during COVID. So that was why I was kind of got stuck traveling. And then like more recently, I've took a job with Neutron and it's all like online. So I'm going to be heading back to Thailand pretty soon and you know, sticking my my flag in the ground in Thailand again in the next couple of months or so.
So you're back in the UK now, like, are you, or are you just elsewhere?
I came back in April this year. I've been sort of stuck here now for 8 months or so. But yeah, hoping to get back to Thailand next month.
How long have you been out there, like Robo? Of like traveling? Because you've been traveling a bit. If you it was 2007, you were in Australia. When did you leave the Northeast?
I left. I first left when I was a kid. So like instead of going to uni, I just decided to like fuck off and go backpacking around Europe. And then I went home. And then instead of like going to uni, I got a job with Jordan Henderson's father. You know Jordan Henderson. I went to work for his dad, who's a family friend. And I was like, his dad, like after he retired from the force, his dad had a double glazing salesman business. And then they'd just gone into like electric and gas. So like as I come back from like Europe after I went for 6 months and I think I was gone 18, and I came back and then literally instead of going to uni like I was supposed to, like my parents were screaming at me, I was like, nah, I'll go to work. So I went to work, did loads of like sales shit, and then got the Ibiza bug, made loads of money, and I'm like, fuck it, let's go and play in Ibiza for a little bit. So I had a couple of seasons over there. Went back, like got back straight into like a sales job straight away. And then after Ibiza, I came home, got serious, went to uni, fucking worked at T-Mobile, like part-time on the weekends, account managing. Decent job, like really like well-paid, decent job, but like cool to do like on a weekend for them, blah, blah, blah. And then I finished, did a little bit of work, and then 2007, the dog died, cancer, and I'm like, fuck this. So I left like February 2007, and then I went back just before Christmas 2010. I did 2 years of studying, and then I left in July 2012, and then I've done 10 years straight, pretty much.
He's living the dream, you two, like.
Hey, it's fucking not easy. It's a fucking savage life for me, I'll tell you. I mean, I've had to grind, Matt, mind. I've had to fucking work like you wouldn't, but like I've had to work like a cunt, like because of my chosen career and the position I want to put myself. Like I want to be the best of the best of the best I can. I keep saying the same thing to people that I've been saying since the end of 2020. Right, guys? Like I'm not gonna bullshit you. Yeah? I've had this line for like nearly 3 years now. Nearly 3 years, and I'm like, there's only 3 people like I know that can do my job, right? And one of them's me, and 2 of them have left Thailand. Like literally, like find someone who can do what I do. You can't. That's the skills.
What do you do?
Teach corporate English. So
right.
have to teach. I mean, I used to be a presenter. I mean, back in the day when I was into sales, I said I got into gas and electric, but then when mobile phones kicked off, I was working for Samsung. Did some work when fucking Apple hit the scene a little bit. I used to do loads for HTC back in the day. Mate, I've been doing presentations and shit, mate, and like I've been doing this all my life. Like I'm only teaching like what I already know, which is like best business practice, how to write a report, you know, how to give like a verbal situation report in a meeting, or you want to negotiate. Like I have to teach like Thais how to be able to do what we do in English, like automatically. Yeah.
All right. Okay. A couple of, you know, I don't know if you know the Buicks, but one of them, Andy Buick, he left Stanley Street and he shipped off the career, and he's doing what you're doing. Like he's doing corporate English training. But he does it in the schools and that as well. He left and he's basically done what you've done. He shipped off and he's never came back. Seems to be the way to go over that way, like.
Dude, there's a massive difference, mind. Like, okay, it's really difficult to explain this, and I'm changing rooms, so the sound might change a little bit. Every country out here is extremely different in regards to the way they look at education. And then within that environment, like if you look at the different educational establishments from like kindergarten right up until like mature adults or whatever, and you look at like the environments, like it can be done, and it's not that difficult, but it's to get like to where I am, where you're going to work for like multinationals. Like literally, I'm not going to get off my arse unless it's like a Chevron or a Rockefeller or, you know what I mean, or a Dow or Deloitte or whatever. Like literally, I'm only going to take them phone calls. Like to get to where I've got, fuck, dude, it's taken some hard work. Tell you, 5 years of full-time corporate now, trying to like network, mate. These have been keeping me going, these fucking jobs, man. People laugh like about me being on part-time. So you love this. I'm not even on flexi time, Robo, man. I only work, I work Tuesday and Friday, right? And I'm supposed to work like 3 hours in the morning, 4 hours in the afternoon. So that'll be like 14 hours a week I'm supposed to work, right? But they're always like cancelling or changing things for internal meetings or whatever. Like this month, I did 22 hours. Last month, I did 24 hours or something. The month before, 25 hours a month. It's like fucking shit. Sorry, shit right now.
Yeah, but you do 200 hours a month on Spaces, don't you? So you obviously.
Yeah, man.
By the way, your man in Korea, like, no, thank you. Like, I mean, honestly, before I sort of ended up going to Thailand, I was looking into all kinds of stuff, like about going over to Japan. I wanted to go to see Asia, but I wasn't quite sure where. I was looking into Japan and Korea. Mate, the education system in Korea is like night and day compared to Thailand. Like Thailand is so much more laid back. In Korea, basically the teachers are like the pinnacle. They're the best of the best. Like in the UK, my sort of perspective is that no one really wants to be a teacher particularly. You know, you get a load of shit from the kids in school. It's not particularly well paid and all this kind of stuff. In Korea, it's like one of the most aspired to be in roles. They get like the most holidays, the highest pay, but they work like 16 hours a day. Like kids in Korea, they go to like 2 schools at the same time. They'll wake up at 6 a.m., go to one school until 2 p.m., then like maybe have like an hour or two for lunch or something, and then they'll go and do like evening school, and like so they're basically doing like 16 hours a day at school, from like the age of 4 until they're 18. It's just a crazy education system, and yeah, it sounded like way too much like hard work to me, to be honest.
Correct. Korea, Japan, China, Malaysia, they are all fucking no-goes. And then I'm going to have to involve like Cambodia or Laos. Seriously speaking, why the fuck would you be a teacher in those countries? Literally, when you look at Southeast Asia or Asia, generally East Asia, let's say, literally, and I've taught in Vietnam, I've taught in Philippines, and I've taught in Indonesia, and now I'm teaching in Thailand, right? I'm not going to be anywhere else. That's a simple fact of life. Like literally, even when I go and visit these other countries on holiday, it's not about yes, soy. If I go to the Philippines, after 3 days, I'm fucking sick of my life. Like, the service is shit, the food is shit, and I'm crying to come home.
Yeah, when I go to... I think Thailand, I mean, it's got all that as well, hasn't it? They've got like the poorest of the poor and places where the service just doesn't exist. But then you've also got like, you know, extremely wealthy Thais. And so I can imagine that in the sort of thing that you, Robo, are into with the, you know, the corporate teaching and stuff like that. And they have a lot of like sort of international students that go away and all this kind of stuff. I can imagine there's a good market for that. But it must be quite niche, quite difficult to get into.
Well, I mean, I'm going to bring Pepe in here, but that's why I wrote my own book. I mean, if anyone listening might be like new to the conversation, like doesn't know me or anything like that, I'm not American. I do live in Thailand. I am British, but there's a big market for the SAT here. And so I was pissed off with the shit books, like the same thing year after year. So basically, I just like took the initiative and decided like write my own. And it was like a roaring success, like an international school. Not only did they like pull it in as part of their SAT curriculum for a few years before COVID, I was able to put other teachers in there, and then like so I was getting paid and didn't even have to go to work. I'm well known here. I'm broad. Pepe, hello, my friend Pepe. He's had his hand up for ages.
Oh no, in just a few minutes. I'm gonna say happy holidays, Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm taking off, gonna go spend some time with the family, but wanted to didn't want to interrupt, but just wanted to quick say, hope everybody is healthy, safe, happy, and with family and loved ones.
Yeah, same to
Thanks,
you, mate.
man.
Thanks for that.
Just quickly as well on that note, I've got my kids here. I just wanted to drop in, say hello, say the same. I'll probably catch up with you all and get to know you a bit better in the new year. Enjoy the rest of the spaces, look after yourselves, and I'll catch up with you all in the new year. But that's me.
Take care, Matt.
Take care, Matt. Take care, Robo. Bye, guys.
Yeah, your man. Honestly, sounds class, doesn't he? Matt's voice just reminds me of home so fucking much, man. So, wow.
Yeah, but you don't want to go back there. Doesn't mean you want to go back, does it?
Yeah, man. Dude, you don't realise. I have like kind of palpitations and that. Like if I wake up having these like nightmares, thinking about me being like forced to go back there. Literally, dude, I'm a political fucking refugee. I'm a political like I'm proper hardcore. Me, they'll hang me if I go back there. I think they
Yeah,
will
but
hang
mate,
me.
I'm living your nightmare. Like I'm back here now. Has he been rugged, Robo?
Wait, bro, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. You hear?
Dude, I was about to say, have you ever met? I don't know if you've ever spoken to him, Lord C. Can you see him?
I was going to say he's been waving a lot about all the Thailand chat. I feel like he might be in Thailand. Lord C, you coming up?
I do. He is. He's here. He's down in Samui, in Phuket. Sorry, I think.
Oh yeah, nice. Mate, we've got a Spaces. Neutron's got a Spaces with what they call it now, TMF or something. And have you met Rebel DeFi, the Scottish guy?
Yeah, he was on the other day. I've never spoken, but I did listen to him.
Yeah, he's got quite a good following actually, like 10,000 followers or something, I think. But he's in Phuket as well. So we've got a Spaces booked in to chat with those guys in the new year. And obviously our GM Ox Spade, he's based in Chonburi as well. Yeah, we've got quite a good Thai crew going on at the moment, haven't we? Cosmos Thai.
You know something. Oh, dude, we've been talking about this for a long time because we've been talking about having a raccoon sponsored charity like fight night event in Bangkok. You know that when you're here in Thailand, it's quite easy to be able to like pop through Bangkok like one way or another. Like whether it's a short flight up from the islands or dude, like Chonburi, it's only like what, hour and a half away or something. Like not even that.
Nothing. I mean, if you want to fly from Suratani instead of from Koh Samui, it's like $20 or something to fly to Bangkok. Something from Suratani, it's nothing.
Well, mate, when you're back over here, hopefully we can sort something out. Hopefully you can gather a few people because there are like permanent 3 raccoons in Bangkok permanently here. So like, what
was that Dickie guy? He's there now, is he?
He is, but he's focused on like getting experience in his career. Like he knows like to take like time offline and go and do like get his earn his stars, bro. That's what I said to him. Like,
so what you like? I mean, I know briefly. Like, I mean, obviously, follow both you and stuff. I know, like, I remember you picked him up from the airport or some shit like that, right? But like, what's he doing out there now? Like, he just decided, didn't he? Fuck it, I'm going to go live in Thailand.
Yes, the company picked him up because he arrived like at silly o'clock in the morning. It was like, I don't know, 6 a.m., 7 a.m. or something. The overnight flight, well. Anyway, Diggy came for a holiday because he made a bit of money in crypto, right? Did really well on Netta. He's like, listening to me, following me. Did really well on Netta, did well on Juno, sold out, bought a lot of racks on the bottom of the floor. Like, he's done quite well, right? So he's got money. And he's like, fuck this. So he came out here for a month. Now, when he first landed in Bangkok, it happened to be the weekend that I broke my toe. And if anyone knows about the story, it's like really bad compound fracture. It's not like a normal broken toe. It's like 70% recovered right now from July, right? I'd just done this injury when Dickie came. I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. He's like, it's all right. I want to go up north, blah, blah, blah. So that was his plan originally, yeah? He just shot him north, and then he came to Bangkok before he left. So Sin and I, we took him out. When we went out, we talked. And I asked him about the UK and what he thought about out here in Thailand, blah, 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 as you would do, you know. And like he's like, fuck. And what you need to remember about Dickie is he's two older brothers. One of them lives in Indonesia. One of them lives in Australia. So like, you know, Dickie back home finished uni, did like some charity, you know, the charity work. So, you know, out there with the charity boxes for the WEF or whatever. He did that shit in Durham and that, you know. Anyway, he made some money in crypto. So he's like, fuck this. And then he asked me about coming out here. And I just told him like if you want to come out here at your age, these are your options with like the elite visa, you know, this is what's going to cost you. I mean, everybody should know if you look at Thailand, the elite visa, whatever it is, like 2 million baht, etc., etc. I did say to Dickie, like, look, Dickie, you know, if I were you at your age, like wanting some experience, this is what I would do. So I just recommended he go home, study a course, get qualified. I said, if you do get qualified, my company will give you a job. I said this before he left Bangkok the first time, right? He went back home. He was halfway through the course, got him a job interview scheduled with my company. He got a job straight away. I mean, they were like, oh, he's the best candidate we've spoken to, like, so far. And what you need to remember is he's not joining at the beginning of the school year. Dickie is joining for semester 2 only.
So he's teaching, like, business English or something, is he?
No, he's at school. But he's in an IEP program, like an intensive English program. So he's doing the heavy shit, the heavy lifting. The kids he teach are in an English program, so they do their like maths in English. They'll do like their sciences, like the STEM stuff and that in English. And Dickie does like all of the kind of like all the proper English with him now. He's got quite a serious like job. Look, mate, he hasn't been on Twitter. He bought
I've seen him. Not seen him for ages.
Good. He's enjoying himself. It's only us plebs, man, that's on Twitter.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be honest with you, it's good luck to him for making that decision, and you know, good on you as well to help him out, sort him out for that.
Do you know when he went back home? I gave him coaching online through like Google Meet now. I gave him like 2 hours of my time every week. I made sure I coached him through the entire process. But what I did more is, I mean, I really like stress tested his like grammatical knowledge and his like syntactic knowledge. But then I more than anything, I pushed him on the cultural side. So that's where I pushed this kid like right into like you've got. I was like, Dickie, you've got a responsibility. You need to listen to Uncle Robo, right? These kids don't pick their teacher. They are given their teacher. Therefore, you have a duty of care, just like a doctor or someone who works for the fire service or a policeman who's there to like serve and protect. That's your fucking job, son. And I made sure from day one he understood like just how professional like he had to be, because mate, my level of professionalism in the real game, in the real world, is just insanity. Like my standards are so fucking high, mind.
It's obvious you take a lot of pride in what you do. Definitely comes across.
Well, dude, whatever you're going to try and do, don't be a cleverer. It's like this crypto shit. RAC's is the first fucking NFT project I got into, and you know, if you talk about token communities versus NFT communities, there's no comparison, right? Like token communities are just fake as fuck; they don't exist, right? NFT communities is where it's like really at. So I threw me ring in the hat, mate. Am I gonna go half-assed or am I gonna go all in? Fuck that, mate. I'm going all in, me. Like, and that's exactly what you've seen. It's no fluke, sorry. Like what's happened over the last 9 months, man. We've had a fucking riot, dude.
Did you meet Signal, by the way? I'm not sure if you know him as Signal or Admiral or
Mr.
whatever.
B. Mr. B. I call him Mr. B.
I don't know, man. Like it's one of those weird situations where he's like one of my best friends in crypto, but I couldn't tell you his name.
Oh, he's amazing. He's amazing. I've called him Mr. B on several like recorded spaces, so he's like cool with it because I asked him if I could call him it. Like, is
that like semi-doxing him or something, or what?
No, I'm not doxing him, but I'll tell you what, his beard, he's got one of the most glorious beards I've ever seen. I want to tickle his beard out.
I can imagine. Well, I think on one of his PFPs he's got a beard, so I always pictured him in my head as having a beard. This is good to know that he does have one.
So, dude, let me tell you, I tweeted, and I'll put it in the nest. I haven't put anything in the nest tonight, so I've just been cracking on. I'll put it up in the nest. I said when I met him, I'm like, Signal is a fucking unit. Believe me, this dude is like, he's lumberjack style. Like you wouldn't, because I asked him, I thought he was taller than he was, and he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, I'm only 5'8" or something, and I went, wow, dude, fucking hell. Dude, he's class. He's fucking really good convo. And you know something? We like disagreed on a couple of topics, but the debate and you know what I mean, was like really like wholesome.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Like, but basically, like I sort of met him through sort of shitting on Osmosis back in the day when they were like scamming the community pool and all that kind of stuff. Like I would go hard on them, and then he'd be like, "Do you know what? You probably got a point on this." And then I set up the Juno Swap Reddit page, and sort of blagged him to come and help me mod that page. And then we got into like we were on the DAO and all this kind of stuff like this, and like just became like pretty close. Like we were like in each of his DMs all the flaming time, like all last year. And so yeah, I kept telling him, yeah, I'm going back to Thailand soon. He's like, oh, and then one minute he messaged me telling me he's in Bangkok and like, am I there? And unfortunately I wasn't, so it would have been nice to meet him, but it sounds like you got the honor. Have you ever been to a place called Ong Kong in Ari? You ever been to that restaurant?
I've been to Ari before. My mate lives up there, yeah, up from Payatai, Ari, yeah, further. Is that right?
Yeah. It's like 2 stops up from Victory Monument.
Yeah.
But like I used to stay there with this woman for like about 6 months or so. I was living in Ari. It's like a nice little. It's actually like sort of like. Lovely. Like a Clapham of Bangkok or something, I would call it.
It's lovely up there, though. It is nice. It is nice. I used to go there for the craft beer.
Yeah, there's a lot of craft beer places and good barbecue places, Japanese barbecues and stuff like that. But mate, there's a place called Ong Tong, and it's like the sister restaurant of this Chiang Mai khao soi place. And mate, it's the best khao soi you'll ever have in your life. And so I recommended that you go and check that out. Like when I used to go there every single day when I was living in Ari. And to be honest with you, like if I did come back to stay in Bangkok rather than Samui, I would probably stay in Ari purely to be close to this restaurant. It's that good.
Yeah, there's only a couple of places you would like stay in, like Bangkok, like unless you're like me, where you live right on the outskirts, like in the Mubans or the suburbs with like everything, like nothing above like 3 stories around where we are. But dude, Ari is a beautiful place. I'll tell you where it is as well. Yanakart, Yanakart down Saton, where that whole area down there is fucking, mate, that's where I lived for like I think about nearly 2 years. Lovely there, mate. Oh, loads of like Western shit going on, like French, Italian restaurants, Turkish restaurants, mate. That's a lovely place. Like not very far down, like from the French embassy and shit. Anyway, mate, we've got some people up. Wait a minute. Chris, Merry Christmas. It's Christmas in Thailand. Chris, Merry Christmas, son.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Robo. It's Christmas Eve over here on the East Coast, so we don't have Christmas for another, I don't know, 11 hours.
So, bro, you know what I did at the beginning, Chris? I sang at the beginning of this. I sang Fairy Tale in New York. It was Christmas Eve, babe.
Sorry to interrupt that beautiful melody, Robbo. You know they've like it's been in the news, that song. They had to change some of the lyrics because it wasn't PC.
Yeah, cheap lousy faggot. That one, I sang it tonight. I sang that shit tonight, mate. I'm going to post it on the BBC website for a joke. Let's do the rec clips now. How good is that, though? That fucking song's amazing, isn't it? Kirsty McCall, isn't it? When your woman comes in, like, if anyone, honestly, seriously, if anyone doesn't think that Fairy Tale of New York is not the greatest Christmas song in the fucking entire world, I don't know what you're even doing with your life.
It's the Pogues, isn't it? It's the Pogues. I'm a big fan of Krista Berg, Spaceman Came Traveling. That's my go-to Christmas tune.
No way. Are you fucking serious?
Yeah,
That's
it's embarrassingly true.
That is the most random Christmas song I think I've ever heard of in my entire life.
Yeah, obviously my credibility is pulling. In fact, I think my followers are dropping right now. Yeah, that's like my guilty pleasure at Christmas.
Oh, your woman there, Kirsty McCall, she was a bit of a badass, wasn't she? Uh, who else did she sing with? Kirsty McCall, did she sing with Beautiful South? Is that how it was? Was that Kirsty McCall? Anyone in the room give an emoji, a thumb up? I can't remember if Kirsty McCall sang with Beautiful South. I think it was her. I don't know. Her voice when your woman comes in, after his little intro, and your woman comes in, they got calves big as Bob. I fucking love it, mate. Dude, I put that shit on repeat. Chris, is that big in America, Chris? What's your best song? Don't say Mariah Carey. Fuck that shit.
Oh my God. I work at a bar doing security, and as soon as Halloween is over, this kid starts playing that song on the fucking jukebox. Like every Saturday I hear it and people sing it for karaoke because they come to the bar in their home, and I'm like, I hear that song every weekend, and I'm like, I don't want to hear it anymore. I hate that song.
that Mariah Carey one. That's fucking that's like I don't know. It's like fentanyl or something, isn't it? Shouldn't give that to your kids.
It's not a bad song, no.
It's not a bad song. It's just when you hear it all the time, like, and I used to work retail back in the day, and like literally, like as soon as like Halloween ends on retail, you go to Christmas music, and it's like the same 9 songs sang by like 4 different people over and over and over, and you're working like 12-hour shifts now because it's the holiday season. It'll drive you nuts, like, and you're dealing with people yelling at you. They're not in the holiday spirit. It's funny. It's funny.
I've been doing like last minute Christmas Eve shopping today, and like you get stuck in the traffic, and it's every radio station is just the same songs everywhere. It's painful.
And then you look out the window and somebody's flipping you the bird, cutting you off because they want to get in front of you. But
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm just not exposed to Christmas here whatsoever. It's mad. Like literally, like the street I live in, or the entire village. There's no fucking lights. There's no nothing. Like the ties, generally. Like if you go to the mall, yeah, you'll see the Christmas tree. They're gonna stick it there just like so people can get a selfie with the kids. But there's nothing anywhere. Like literally, even like the shops and shit. It's proper bullshit here. Like,
yeah, but your girlfriend still wants presents, though. It's like they don't give a shit about it, but it's still like you still got to buy them a present.
So though the Buddhists don't fucking care about Christmas. It's just like that's a fact.
It's not part of their calendar, but they still like I don't know. The ties are just sort of like any excuse to throw a party about something, aren't they? So it's like they'll just take it as a reason to have a good time. That's all, really.
Have you been to a Thai wedding over here? Jesus, they like to go on for a while, don't they? Fucking hell. I went to one.
We used to film weddings like a couple of years ago when weddings were still a thing. So yeah, and I know quite a bit about Thai weddings.
Fucking hell, bro. I've only I've been to a few, but I've only been to one proper one, with a few of the hillbillies and that. 3 days, man. Fucking 3 days, dude. The crates. I've never seen crates of Leo like this shit in my life. Like, I couldn't believe this shit. I wanted to fucking die. Like, by day 3, I wanted to crawl up in a ball. It was worse than Songkran. I'm not lying to you. These people, I don't know what's wrong with them. They just keep partying for fucking days. Like,
is that going to be on this year? Sorry, go on.
I went to a Guyanese Indian wedding. Like, my buddy got married. And that thing was like all out. Like he came in on a horse. They like carried her in on like this freaking like Cleopatra's carried in on. They carried her in on that like down the aisle. Like they partied and like the dress changes. It was like the coolest thing I ever went to. Like liquor and alcohol and dancing like for like hours on end. Like I was like so tired by the end of it and hungover.
Your man coming in on a horse. You imagine your man coming in on a horse? I can't believe
Yeah,
that.
straight up like sword on his side, like in like the traditional garb with the I forgot what it was all called, but he had like a full outfit with a turban on and everything. It was pretty cool.
Wow, that's game, that like, isn't it? That's proper game. Like, wow, coming in on a horse, man. Imagine that, man. Fucking Jesus. All of us plebs like getting married to like registry officers. We're like, we need to up our game. No, the wonder we're divorced. Your man's coming in on a horse.
But a funny song about Christmas music. When I went in college, I used to work for the college to make extra money and stuff, so I didn't have to pay as much for books and stuff. And I was setting up for the engineering department, I think. And the head of the engineering department was Korean, and you know how they like to do the karaoke. And I was setting everything up, and he wanted me to sing a song before I left. And I was like, I ain't singing any of these songs. He's like, you have to sing a song. And I was like, if I'm going to sing anything, you better have It's Christmas in Harlem by Run DMC, or I'm not singing anything. And he actually had it, so he made me sing that whole freaking song. I was like, he called my bluff. I was like, that motherfucker.
Bro, Chris, you're going to love this. You're going to absolutely love this, you two. Wait a minute, because your man, Seffi's come in, and his wedding story is amazing, but the honeymoon and what happened to him afterwards is even like more thingy. Seffi, didn't you get married in like this proper amazing ceremony and everything, dude? No, didn't you tell me about that once, Seffi?
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, pal.
Yeah, Merry Christmas
Merry
to you. I just hopped on to say that. I'm actually working today.
No way. Have you got tomorrow off, Seffi?
Nope. Someone's got to do the work.
Wow. Okay, bro. Well, we'll be with you, Seffi. We'll, you know, someone be putting on some spaces, so you know, you can listen in when you're free.
Some people work so everyone else can have a holiday, right? It's all good.
Your job fascinates me. I'm not going to lie, guys. Listen, I think I first met Seffi about in August or something. So like I've known him for about 4 months and had like several conversations on spaces, yeah. And like what he does, but his mindset about like what he does and how he approach it fascinates me, man. I can't help myself but like want to listen to it like again and again and again. Like I keep asking questions. It's like mad. I hope it's quiet though, Seffi. The place you are.
It kind of is. Yeah, it's not too bad.
Is it bad weather? Bad weather where you are, or is it okay?
It's I think freezing all over America at this point. Pretty much the entire country's frozen in 0 or sub-zero temperatures. But it's not like that's fine. Like, but there are places that are like frozen over and like power lines and things and are not working and all that. But fortunately, things have calmed down a bit where you know, we don't have like an exorbitant amount of like hospitalized COVID people and things like that. I think we have maybe like in our facility here, maybe like 1 or 2. And even though like we have more cases going up like in the town as far as like people with symptoms and all that, flu and RSV and COVID and whatever, fortunately, the number of people in the hospital, for me at least, is relatively small, all things considered, which is great news. So hopefully all these little viruses that are around this year don't cause too much drama as far as like deaths and whatever, but we'll see.
Hey, Seffi, my mother today told me that the triage rules or something in the UK have been changed. She was telling me today she hasn't left the house for like 11 days. I mean, she's been out for a couple of days now, but with the like snow and ice, she basically like stayed in the house for 11 days solid because she couldn't risk like going out. The current waiting time is between like 10 and 12 hours for like A&E in the UK because of all the strikes, and it's like got a lot worse, obviously. But apparently that like
you mean to go to waiting time, like if you go to the hospital or something,
like the accident and emergency, like the A&R or
okay, the emergency, yeah, sure.
Apparently,
I don't know how it is in UK.
Oh, it's fucked. I don't know about Soy. If Soy can, he's there. He should know. Matt's gone. So yeah, I'm hearing some really bad stories, mind, about what's happening in the hospitals back home, mind.
Yeah, I don't think there's any kind of there's no big drama, at least in the United States. Everything's kind of smooth right now, I think. So I don't know how this whole China thing is going to play out, but we'll see how it goes.
That's interesting, right? I mean, like, what, 250 million people supposedly, like, contracted COVID last week, 30,000 deaths or something. So, yeah hopefully not wave 12 or whatever.
With China, they have so many people, and they... their elderly population's also pretty sizable, is my understanding too. And I don't know how like naturally immune the northern Asians are, like, or East Asians or whatever you want to call it, Chinese and whatnot. But like India, for example, people seem to be much more naturally immune to the virus compared to most other populations, as an example. But I don't know what Chinese, like the intrinsic, I don't know, whatever, like resistance is. Now, remember, like these viruses, these are not the same thing that was happening 2 years ago. Like generally these variants should be dramatically less impressive in terms of death rates and all that stuff. So it's not the same. It's not like an apples to apples comparison in a sense, but I don't know what, when you have like 2 billion, when you have 1 billion people, any amount of deaths is a lot, right? It just seems like a big numbers, but is that going to affect their hospitals really badly? It might for short periods of time. Like where
I mean, the thing is, like, you kind of feel like they've sort of brought it on themselves with like there's just been like zero tolerance, hasn't there, policy for like 2 years, and they've been locking people up and this kind of stuff like that. So it's probably not a lot of like immunity being built up in the population, I wouldn't have thought.
Well, immunity comes with death, so you have to have some herd culling. So I know people don't like to talk like that, but it's basically true. So like you have to accept that you're okay with some of your people dying as part of that, which is, one way to go about it. If they had no aggressive policy with the original COVID, they probably would have gotten seriously wrecked with 1 billion people, because the original COVID was much, much worse than what's out there now. So it depends on, you're not really comparing apples to apples anymore. Like my general philosophy was that like pretty much ever since the Delta variant passed, and we got into the Omicron variant here in the United States, A, people just generally cared about it less, but B, fortunately, like the virus is just much less exciting from a mortality perspective. Like the number of people dying of Omicron was way less. I'd say like 90% less if I had to just guesstimate just by my like impression compared to what the Alpha variant was. And the other thing too is like the Delta variant time, this is back like late 2021. No, I'm losing track of the years now. Like it's like the years are just blending. Late 2021. Late 2021 was like Delta. And what we saw then was like 90% of the deaths were in the hospital were unvaccinated people. So the vaccine worked pretty good at preventing death and everything then for people who are like at risk. There's all the arguments about like, who should get it and who shouldn't, and should it only be risk populations or who and what and everything else. You're always going to have that kind of controversy and shit going on. But when it comes to like actual death rates in the facilities, like the people that almost everybody that was in the ICU setting that I saw, 90% were unvaccinated and about 10% vaccinated. And, vaccines don't prevent it in everybody, obviously. It's like, but it was much, much less. And then the Omicron variant, like I got Omicron variant personally, and so did like a lot of people, and it really spread fast, like common cold fast. That was like by last Christmas that was spreading, and probably a lot of people developed some level of sort of like some level of baseline immunity, probably from the spread of Omicron to so many people, which is probably a good thing. And I think that's what the issue with China is like, did they get so aggressive they didn't allow normal, milder variants to sort of spread? And that might have been possibly good. Although, man, it's so hard to tell from like a public policy perspective. Remember, all of this stuff will always look really obvious in the retrospectoscope, right? Going forward, it's really difficult to prescribe like a public health policy that everyone's going to be happy with. In fact, you can be sure no one's going to be happy no matter what policy you create. It doesn't matter what you say. Like,
You know what,
people get upset.
I do want to add something to this though that is quite relevant, like me personally, and I know this is anecdotal evidence, right, guys? Like, I'm unvaccinated because that's my preferential choice, right? Given like my health status, my age, etc., right? I think I'm pretty cool, right? I'm always like that, right? But my parents, both of them had the 2 injections. They both had boosters. They'd never had COVID like all the way through. After the Christmas like New Year this year, beginning of like 2022, they went on a cruise. They came back, COVID. And all I'll say is my mother's got like lung issues, like lung disease, yeah, that she battles. She's on an inhaler. She's like 71, just gone 71 this year. My father just turned 70 this year. He's had a triple heart bypass, right? Like, literally, their health is not great. 71 and 70 years old. They got COVID, confirmed, etc. They weren't too bad at all. It was pretty. I mean, she even said, Steffi, she was like, it was like the
very mild.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new variants generally are pretty mild. So, is the vaccine the reason why their symptoms are mild? Maybe. Or the virus itself is milder, and therefore that could be a factor. Or the third possibility is, remember, 99% of people don't, like, over 99% are not going to die of the thing. So it's like, is it bad enough? Is any virus bad enough to push over your baseline medical health, like your heart disease and your respiratory diseases, whatever? Like, maybe you have some baseline issues. Is it over to push you over the edge and throw you off the cliff? That's a thing. And really, like, when you talk about flu vaccines, Pneumovax, and everything else, the purpose of those is not to prevent symptoms. The purpose of them is to reduce your likelihood of dying from them, right? Like, none of them prevent viruses from entering your body. That's not even a thing. Like, so people kind of have these weird impressions about what these things are supposed to do.
Well, did we have that conversation with you and malaria? We had that conversation with you. We had that conversation with you and malaria, yeah. I think you took the preventive medicine and you still got malaria afterwards, right? Is that right?
Yeah, I took hydroxychloroquine, which is a base drug, which is called mefloquine, which is a standard preventative for malaria if you're traveling. So if, let's say, you're going from the United States to India, which was the example in my case, that would be the preventative that was generally recommended. I contracted a form of Plasmodium vivax, which is one of the like 4 major forms of malaria. And it turned out that the version that I had was resistant to the preventative drug that I took. So anyway, basically, right? But then, like, once and ultimately I ended up getting better with artesunate, which is I think artesunates were largely discovered in China for malaria, interestingly enough. And that worked quite well. Like, I was symptom free within, like, I don't know, a couple of days. It was pretty impressive how quickly I felt better. And then follow up, like, there was no follow up evidence that I had any residual malaria or whatever. So that went really well. But yeah, you can have like preventative things not work because of different reasons. And like, you know, it's always a roll of the dice, by the way. Life is a roll of the dice. Like, you know, one roll of the dice is like or whatever, right? Like, you never know with anything. Nothing's ever 100%. So, Robo, I'm getting some phone calls. I'll catch you up later.
No worries, bro. No worries, man. I hope the wife's well.
Yep.
Yeah. I hope you have a great Christmas, dude.
Yep. See you later. Thanks, man. Catch you later, guys.
Wow, your man works more than anyone I fucking know. Tell you. It's mental. Anyway, I'm gonna end this, guys, soon. Fucking Shrute joined us right at the beginning, but when I was singing, Shrute was in the shower, I think. Are you gone, Shrute, or not? Are you finished?
Yeah, dude, I've been just listening.
Hey, Shrute, do you think we should be like concerned about current market conditions, or do you think we should just like not give a fuck over the entire holiday period, like, and enjoy ourselves?
I'm gonna start making content, man, and put up a proposal on the Cosmos Hub. You know, seems pretty lucrative.
What? Oh, wait a minute.
No, he's going Prop 89.
Yeah.
Here we go. Come on, then.
He's like, what's going on here? This is like supposed to be a spaces. Let's get some governance put in there.
I'll change the title. I'm gonna
put my hand out like Tiny Tim, since 'tis the season, right? And be like, what did he say? Like, you know, that's like Oliver Twist. Never mind. Like, please, sir, may I have some more? You know, 'tis the season, right?
Oh my god, that pleb thing. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, that pleb Oliver Twist thing. I mean, that book was forced down me as a kid. Like, what was it? Prop 89, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Steak fish, I guess.
Yeah, I thought
they came in at the last moment, like Santa Claus down the chimney to bang your mom.
Oh, savage! Don's going mad, isn't he? Did Don make a video straight away?
He said he's going to. See, but you know what he's going to do that's going to fuck it up? He needs to copy pasta the same exact prop, because if you look at it comparatively, if you did an A/B test between their channel and his channel would win. But he's going to do something stupid and fucking retarded and be like, pay me $10,000 a month to make content. And then he's going to give them a reason to vote, like, to be able to vote no. So if he just copy pastas it, actually, if he wanted to be a fucking real top G, he should make it for fucking less.
Oh.
Yeah,
these guys know Joe made a group. You know, Joe made a group straight away. I haven't even looked me. I'm scared. Joe added me to like a DM group chat on here. I haven't even dared look at it right now, but Joe was going mad. The last message was 49 minutes ago. It looks like the inbox is full. I'm scared to go and look because it's Christmas, man, and people are losing their fucking mind, nah.
What's Joe's following these days? See, like with the whole like Joe NFT, wasn't that he was supposed to get over like 1,000 subscribers or something? And I think he absolutely blew it out of the water.
I watched the video. He's at like 1,200 or something like that now. So I mean, it definitely
Joe's.
And so, like that content is way better than these guys who've just got given what, like $3,000 a month or something like that.
Joe's one of the best. Oh, these dogs. Joe's one of the best things going in this eco right now. Literally, the best thing about Joe is, guys, I'm not joking. Ignore me, dogs. The best thing about Joe is you need to go and watch the video with Jade, and the fact he couldn't even look at the screen. Like, Joe's face is like the comedy value alone in Joe's face. Like, I'll subscribe for like. Listen, we've got some people.
You mean the Jade who's like on the Seppi spaces all the time, the blonde girl?
Yeah.
You did a video with her.
Crypto's my jam. Joe did behind the PFP with that. And dude, he couldn't even look at the. I called it out in the first like 20 seconds. Dude, I had everybody laughing. He can't even look up. I said, Joe, was your wife behind the like screen on the other side? Like looking at you like, don't you dare. Like literally, he spent like an hour and a half looking at his fucking keyboard, dude.
What, like a shy schoolboy or something?
Oh, it was amazing. It's proper quality viewing, dude. Literally, you don't need me to tell you.
Have you ever seen a celebrity? I forget what celebrity does it. Oh, I think it's Jason Momoa. But whenever he takes pictures with women at Comic-Con, he does the invisible arm behind the back where he's not actually touching them, but he's got his arm kind of shaped in the form of a C around them, that he's not touching them, so he doesn't get fucking he doesn't get pegged for touching their ass or some shit like that.
Didn't even realize that's one of these dogs are going mad, Wait a minute, get them in. I want to welcome Berserker and V. They're both up on the top row there. Congratulations on the Sauce SubDAO, Berserker. You want to go first? V, you can come in after.
Proposal hasn't passed. Merry Christmas. I came to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Won't stay long.
I know it doesn't pass.
Yeah.
I know
Don't
it doesn't
celebrate
pass.
too early, Robo.
I know Steakfish.
You can have
Steakfish
a-
might come in.
Steakfish, yeah, exactly. Steakfish might come in and vote no, but veto against you and convince other top validators to do so. So I guess our next proposal is going to be how much
Dude,
are
I've
we
got
asking,
Molotov.
Robo? How much should we be asking?
Yeah, I've got Molotov cocktails ready. Like, don't even let those validators come near us. I've been calling them out already today, the top 10. I'm going to go after everyone.
Yeah, but your boy
42
Putmos, he I guess snuck in a yes vote for the Cosmic Validator.
Oh,
I saw a tweet about that. And then we got Cosmic Validator. What's that? Three grand a month? Well, I mean, by the time they probably get their first payment, maybe it'll be like $2,500 based on whatever the market's doing. But we got V up here. Working like a madman. And what's he get? How do you feel about this, V? Do you think that what your compensation compared to the Cosmic Validator? How do you feel?
Shrute, look at the title. Shrute, look at the title. Before V starts, look at the title, Shrute.
I'm not shredding them, man. I hope they do a good job, but I just think the precedent is bad, right? Like, like I said, it's just going to cause everyone else to stick their hand out, and it just sets a really bad, like, I don't know. There was a better way to do that. It should be some sort of like RFP process or bounty style, or there should be more thought with it just than, I'm putting up a prop to get my whistle wet. But
so on a lighter note, though, the guys will go down that route. It's fine. This is an open space, right? Open mic. It always is, yeah, on RAC FM. All I'm going to say is I tweeted out about the top 10. Only Putmos, voting, and immediately, Omniflix voted straight away, and they were like, "Oh, dude, it was the holidays." Like, I'm like, "Dude, don't worry, man. You're fine, and you guys will be good." But I fucking swear to God, I'm watching people like Friends and that. Oh, you fucking watch Robo. I'll go mad, man. I'll get voted off this DAO straight away. In fact, I think
Robo, the goal is to unite people and to bring a positive energy. You calling out validators. The proposal's been up 2 days and it's like Christmas.
I'm just reminding them of their duties.
Hey, listen,
I'm just reminding them.
The word you used is shame the validators.
Listen, if Congress can pass a 42-page fucking 1.7 trillion spending bill in 48 hours, then these plebs in governance can fucking get off their ass on Christmas Eve and vote for the sauce. No excuses.
Yeah. It's all about the sauce. I don't care about
Zelensky can fly across the globe in the midst of a terrible, awful war with Russia to fucking come to the chambers, the sacred people's house, and beg and plead like the Cosmic Validator for fucking cash, then these people can fucking push yes on Juno Sauce.
Wow, you missed something. Shrute. You forgot about sweatpants. You said your man.
Oh yeah, dude, I tweeted about that. That was fucking loads of disrespect.
Your man turns up in sweatpants. Oh my God, who the fuck is he? What a fuck! The state of these people, man. Hello, V. I got any food?
Good evening.
I got any food? Merry Christmas, V. It's Christmas here. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I hope you guys are having fun, enjoying the holidays. Clearly,
dude, I started by singing
on the validators. And like you said, I said 100% when you said that you're going to get voted off the DAO. I have no doubt in that.
You know something? The sacrificial lamb. That's fine. Listen, if I'm the sacrificial lamb, I'm game. I'm game. If I'm Aslan, Lion Witch in the Wardrobe, if I'm that kid, I'm game. I'm happy. Let's do it.
No.
Let's do it publicly.
No. Love you. Also, we can't. No one can
V,
kick
do
you
you
out.
know something? V, do you know that I've once put a poll up? Like, when I was getting loads of shit back in the day. Like, this was like, July, August or something? And I was causing havoc. And I put a poll up to say, I think me and Jacob or something had like an argument online or whatever, but it was a fake argument, you know. I'm talking to him in Google, Google Meet the next fucking minute after having an argument on Twitter. You just wouldn't believe this shit, man. Really, bad. People in the Discord trying to get rid of me. So I just put a poll up. I was like, hey, look, you either want Robo to represent the community or you fucking don't. Go on, vote. And like, I made it. That's all I'm saying. But I would have respected the result. Like, I was game. I wasn't scared. Fuck that. Everybody just knows what you're getting with him. Hey, listen. Apparently, Berserker, we have to abide by a constitution. Now,
Yeah, I no, we're not doing that. We're not getting paid, so we can do whatever we want. That's kind of they're asking way too much now. And
so
did you read that constitution?
How about
did you read it?
Prop 1, don't ignore the constitution. We should have a Prop 1. Ignore the fucking Juno constitution.
They must be joking. Like, it's the stupidest thing I read. Like, why do you even have that in the first place? I think it makes no sense whatsoever. And then, it's a DAO, right? Like, people can have different opinions and values. And, it's just, I think the whole thing doesn't make any sense. And we're definitely different type of SubDAO. Yeah, don't worry about it, Robo. If we're kicking you out, it's for something else.
I don't. I think Soy might be able to add to this. I don't know, but it was interesting that it was Robo that put forward the constitution. And now I thought he was first in the firing line. I've later found out since that he's not. And that the constitution might be set up to have all the people in the firing line once the Core 1 SubDAO does go live. I'm not going to spread rumors, guys. Don't listen to me. Soy, do you know anything? Being dropped any?
I don't know anything other than he's got like the biggest validator on Juno, and he's like got more tokens than anybody, and you're never going to be able to shift him.
But what about Jack? Can you get rid of Jack or not? Yeah.
Can you get rid of Jack? I don't know. There's a lot of people saying that he's dumping tokens at Strangelovers like that. The big dumper recently, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they're sort of on their way out anyway.
I've heard. Well, I mean, I might have to delete this spaces because it's recorded. But
why is it recorded?
The mutiny that is taking place right now is to evict Jack. I didn't realise that. Well, let's call him Beyonce's husband. I prefer that one. Yeah.
Now you've given the code away as well on a recorded space.
I'm going to delete the fucking space in a minute.
Jay-Z! That's too funny, dude.
That's what I was thinking when Berserker was saying we don't have to abide by the Juno Constitution, and it's the most stupid thing he's ever read. When he was saying that, I just had a look whether the space is being recorded or not, and I noticed it's being recorded.
Are we having?
And I thought, bro, come on.
Is this a January
There's some very
moment right
deletable comments about COVID as well.
Are you guys having an insurrection against the Juno Constitution? Man.
It does feel like a bit of a mutiny space,
Berserker's opinion is his own. I do not agree with Berserker's opinion. I respect.
That's right. It's one voice. We are SubDAO with 11 people on the SubDAO. Right.
Can we go to the nest? Can we go to the nest? Can we talk truth? Like, if this is an insurrection, is that what your man called it? I've been doing this shit from day one. I've got Juno Genesis tweets. I've got an unblemished record when it comes to Juno. I'm the cleanest mofo in Juno for this fucking source down. Do
Mate,
you realise
Jake's fully behind the source now?
Do you realise that fires were going to start? Do you realise the information we're getting fed? Do you realise the memes? You think Rekt News? Have you been enjoying Rekt News? Oh, wow, Rekt News is going to be integrated into what's going on with this DAO, man. I'm already in conversations with our underground meme production facility. The racks are about to fucking put right up on the table. You fucking watch us go to town. Yeah, man, Highlander. I'm making it my fucking job to embarrass this pleb at every single
Vee
turn.
already like eviscerated him. We were in a call. I forget what call it was, but like, it was the one about the raw to win kind of conversion shit, and no one.
And then there was a FUD Juno.
No, it was during that one because
Jake.
the communication SubDAO wasn't present. No member was present for probably one of the biggest things happening in the Juno ecosystem right now, which is, obviously Juno Swap, taking their golden parachute over to the wind token, which I don't know how you do a token swap for a token that doesn't have any value, but I mean, I guess that's here nor there. But Vee was just eviscerating them. He's like, the Sauce SubDAO's here, but I don't see anyone from the communication SubDAO. It's just really funny.
Yeah, that was completely valid as well.
I actually had a go at Highlander before I knew anything about SubDAOs, and I even knew who Highlander was. I mean, I don't really give a fuck even now, but Robo remembers that spaces really well when he came and started to say that with Juno, we don't have to outsource things, and we just have to look at people who are really motivated and inspired by Juno and work with them and move forward together. And I kind of told him, I was like, bro, are you having a look at where the fuck we are? We're not sitting in a circle around a fire and singing Kumbaya over here. Robo, you remember that?
Dude, I remember fucking everything. And even when Shrute just spoke there, I had to go and slip in the nest and just put like literally today, 12 hours ago, I tweeted exactly what Shrute said, like Rama on the spaces. Rama's like, it's basically a buyout with a token that has no value. Devs. Let me get back to you on that one. Look at me, Robo. Fucking raw plebs. Cost me fair. I'll tell you what, actually, people, I've never really ever fessed up like, the fact that, listen, I'm going to say this. Listen, I thought Juno Swap and Raw was the future, and I made sure that I covered my arse in those pools dramatically, man. The pools, the impermanent loss, man, on Juno, Osmo, and Juno Stars. Fucking hell, I got obliterated. Juno Comdex as well, I think. I mean, if anyone is here and did get burned in Juno Swap, and then Raw, I mean, I was trying to get rid of it on Osmosis in that shitty little pool, a little bit, at a time when it was 10 cents or something like that. I was trying to
20 cents. I got 20 cents for all my Raw because the Osmosis admins rugged Juno Swap by listing the token before the DEX even launched. But it's just it's part of the fucking comedy of errors of Juno generally, to be honest with you. That they kind of got bullied by Osmosis into launching the DEX, and then Osmosis launched a token before them and just rugged the whole thing before it even got started.
So, do you think that was? Listen, I mean, I've got to ask you here. Either it's an internal takedown, or do you think from the offset that Juno Swap was always going to be under pressure, under trouble? Sonny, do you think Sonny was? Well, I'm not going to say Sonny. Do you think Osmosis was determined to crush Juno Swap before it could start? And the only way there will be a DEX on Juno is if it takes someone like Ethan, who is far higher up in the food chain.
Yeah, he might be a bit more bulletproof, might he? It's probably not a bad idea. I mean, the funny thing is, like, Osmosis Community Pool paid Ethan like $7 million like last December for like services to Cosmwasm or some bullshit. And then like, oh, that was it. So they were gonna put Cosmwasm on Osmosis, right? And they basically sold it like, oh, we're gonna have like Ethan on board. He's gonna like make Osmosis, smart contract platform, and like we're gonna have like our own like custom whatever the fuck. And the Osmosis Community Pool paid him $7 million in Osmo at the time. And then they've never even launched anything on Osmosis. It's like more than a year later. And then this guy's gone off and set up his own decks on Juno, having been paid $7 million by Osmosis. It's all like completely fucked up.
And it gets worse, doesn't it?
Robo,
because
sorry, I have a question for you, Robo.
Yeah.
Robo.
It gets worse though. That story, I know a lot about this story, but it gets worse. Yeah. Go on, V.
Robo, do you have a Rekt bull?
Am I getting one for Christmas? Because I'm not going to lie. In the last like 24 hours of my life, I've been starting getting like Christmas like gifts from like crypto people, and it's like I'm not going to lie to you guys. The last 24 hours, I've been humbled like I cannot begin to tell you. In my life, from people that I never even thought like I'm really like fucking gobsmacked with what people think of me. And me the appreciation for the work I try to put in, you know.
Okay, you know what, Robo? You like dogs, don't you?
What's that, bro?
I'll send you. I said you like dogs. I mean, you've got Winston. I'll send you.
You like dogs. You like dogs.
I'll send you a Rekt bull with a pug, but you have to use it as your PFP.
I'll do it for a week. Fair play.
Done.
I'll do it for a week.
Send me your address.
A proper pug. Are you kidding me? A proper pug.
Yeah, a proper pug.
Well, you know something, and I haven't even had this like discussion like data with RAC, but RAC are very aware of how us lot in the community have like been branching out, and they're like seriously, I'm not going to lie to you. They're like, look, dude, we cannot control any of this. Like, it's all going to happen like organically, naturally. Like the friendships that are being formed, like what we're seeing, like we're just happy. Dude, raccoons are just happy to be along for the ride. If we can make a fucking difference, if we can, it's like I said here, do not for 1 minute think that this is me on the SubDAO. Every decision or everything that I will or idea I'm going to come with, I'm going to go to the crew and I'm going to be like, right, guys, what's going on? The means, I mean, I heard about what you said in the proposal about what's going to be produced, but listen, there's only going to be us that's going to put Juno back on its feet. Like the devs are not, but if we can give people like Jake a bit of leeway, like for them to produce what they want to produce and how they want to move the place, like the thing forward. A year from now, like if we keep going with Juno and we it's a takeover, right? And we embarrass these plebs that think they're running the show because Jake's on the inside doing what we're doing on the outside, yeah. Guys, if we can pull this off. This time next year, we might be having a very different conversation. Like literally permissionless, public. I mean, what's not to love? Shorter block time, maybe. Hey, wait, Juno Sauce SubDAO. Oh yeah, fucker, who's got it? Who's got him? Juno Sauce SubDAO. Hello,
Robo. DM me your Juno address. We're doing it on the space.
Okay, bro. But we've got the Sauce SubDAO. Anyway, I know we're not past, but who's gonna come against us now? I dare them. I fucking dare them. Can you imagine the smell? You wouldn't dare, would you? Now come against 77, like literally. So, can you imagine anybody coming out now in the top like 25 and voting no? Oh yeah, I'll butcher your soul.
Anyway, I'm hanging around until you change your PFP to a Rekt bull, and then I'm gonna go.
Right, okay. I'll get on.
I came with the Juno Sauce account just to rep the sauce. I got things to do, but
Do it. I know it's Christmas, but I'm gonna write the newsletter this weekend. Because to me, like, it's just the weekend, yeah. This weekend I'm gonna write the newsletter, and then I'm gonna pump it out for you a lot, and then you can start slapping your memes all over it, like, and we can start taking the piss. And I think we start this as we mean to fucking, like, we started as we mean to go along. Like, literally, we're going to put our fucking stamp right on how many people. There's, like, a blend of communities, a blend of personalities, people who are willing to, like, step up to the table and take a bite and say, come on. And we don't want anything, do we? We just want, like, Juno to do well. Let's see. Anyway, who's this? I've got a request, guys. Sorry, Timmy, is that Timmy? I've been on the fucking tablet for so long. Oh, wait, Timmy and Shrute. Wait a minute. Timmy and Shrute. There we go. Couple of new voices, guys. Shrute, you should be back up. Timmy, Pleb, are you there? And Merry Christmas, Timmy. It is Merry Christmas here.
Hi, Merry
2 a.m.
Merry Christmas, you pleb.
Hey, mate, you know what? Omniflix voted for us as soon as I fucking tweeted. Like, Omniflix were like, oh shit, bang, straight away. We got the vote.
Robo.
Dude, sauce down. Come on, let's go.
Robo.
Yes, bro.
Do you want me to send you a ban, or do you want me to send you a bull with a pad?
I'm going to go quiet. Wait a minute. I'm going to go quiet. Wait a minute, dude. I'm outside. Mate, you know what it's like in Thailand. Come on, it's winter. It's like, I don't know, it's about 20 degrees right now, maybe, and downwards. Dude, I put the dogs to bed. It's 2 a.m. It's Christmas Day. I've got all you lot on. I'm loving the crack. Like, I'm loving this shit. I'm getting a fucking address for you now. Like, Liberty V. Swear.
Whoa, are you really going to change your
asking.
PFP to a Rekt Bull?
I am, just to piss Rama off. So, like, I'm going to Merry Christmas Rama with a bull for a laugh. Just to fucking imagine the smell.
You have to get Ambito to put a Santa hat on it for you.
And a Rama chain. Oh,
with his rack in the locket.
Oh, dude! I mean, you've seen mine now.
Or you know what you should do. You know the meme you always post with, like, your backs and, like, the world burning. You should do that, but do Rarma's rack and your Rekt Bull, like the reverse side of it.
Dude,
you know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah. Dude, the day I woke up, though, I'm not lying here. The day see, this was reversed. I'm not going to lie to you. GANG put me on Rama's chain while I was asleep. So literally, I woke up in the morning and, like, I logged on and Rama's like, "Oh, do you like the PFP? Do you like the tat?" And I'm like, "It was a V. I think it was a V2. I think Rama got the V2 before I did." And he's like, "Oh, say GANG did, like, me a V2," and I'm like, "This was before the honorary." And, like, I looked at it and I'm like, he's like, "Have you peeped the chain?" And he made me zoom in, and I'm like, "You little fucking cunts!" Like, it's fucking, I'm hanging out my arse about 7 in the morning or something, and I'm like, "What the fuck you doing to me?" And then GANG rugged us with it. I think my PFP should be the chain one now. V, have you got an address or not? I did send you an address, V. But if it's a barn, I can't open it. If it's a barn, I can't open it though, right? That's me hot address.
Why can't you open it? That's why can't you?
Because bands and Finn. What is with these? I mean, is this a cult that's going on with this? You can't open your barn.
No. So the thing with the barn is it's like an unopened pack of cards. It's like a present and no one knows what's inside it. I don't even know what's inside it. So there can be anything in that barn. I mean, if you want to use the barn,
the idea is
PFP,
what could be in there is rare. So that's why they're worth more than a normal bull at floor price, right? Yeah. But yeah, Finn rocked the barn as his PFP for a while.
Yeah. So tell me what you want me to send you. I can either send you a rare bull with a pug, or I can send you a barn.
I'll leave it up to you, brother. I'll leave it up to you. But what I'm going to say is, I went on the loop a couple of times, and I did look at the bulls. I've never found loop a pleasurable experience, man. I found it a bit tardy, you know.
Loop's fine. It's just fine.
I did find it funny on that community call when they were talking about like, oh, we need to get, Juno Swap was the first and only Dex and blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, no one even mentioned Loop on that call being like a Dex on Juno. And it was just like, you just spent $1 million fucking bucks on it. And like, you're not even talking about it. Like, it's just comical.
Well, I do have a feeling that going into Q1 of 2023, once the holiday period's over and people get like back to business, I do think that's going to become more prominent, and especially as their fundraising grows for the L1, I do think you're about to see an inflection point in regards to that and previous like decisions made, but it's all like quite strategic right now. The way the votes are going to go, the fact that like how the SubDAOs are like going to operate right now. I mean, I think the only money that's going to move right now is the delegation DAO. The core one thing is going to be key. Let's see what happens when they become the SubDAO. Let's see, because I've got no doubt there's fucking fools like you and myself in the community who will put a prop forward and someone will sponsor it, and we'll start taking over shit now. By the way, I'm just going to say this. By the way, I'm just going to say, like, there's loads of Juno available, like, to put up propositions, like, to put up props. There's lots of Juno available for this, like, trust me. Fucking hell, I'm getting rugged. V, am I getting rugged or what? Fucking probably Twitter shit.
No, you're not getting rugged. I'm just listening to you. I'm trying to figure out which one to send to you, but I think I found the perfect bull for you. And this bull is actually your forever bull. This is a hand-picked Robo bull for Robo with his dogs in Thailand, because it rains a lot. You have monsoon in Thailand, right? It rains a lot, doesn't it? When it does.
It does. It rains all the fucking time.
And you always have to have an umbrella with you, right?
Bro, I've got about fucking 12 umbrellas. Like, I use those. I made Dickie buy like a golf umbrella on day one. I made Dickie buy the biggest golf umbrella he could buy on day one.
Robo, this is a hand-picked forever Rekt bull for you, which shouldn't stay as your PFP for 1 week. It should stay as your PFP forever.
Bro, yeah. Wait, I can't, dude, that can't happen. But it's nearly 2 a.m. and you're all going to make me switch the laptop on. That's fair play. I'll make a joint while I put the laptop on. I'll boot it up. But yeah, Merry Christmas to you anyway. I'll put it up. And Rama's going to, you realize Rama will divorce me in the morning, but I don't care. He's going to divorce me in the morning, isn't he, Rama?
Okay. Go on. I've sent it. It's with you. Have a look.
Oh, look, one of my friends. Okay, bro, I tell you what, I'm outside. And then they shit, people think it's a joke, right? People think the Robo, like, outside, relaxing in the hammock and everything is a joke. Yeah, good luck to you. I literally live my life outside in Thailand. And especially, like, I'm not going to lie to you guys, right now, it's giga mosquito season. And I mean, giga. Like, these, right now, the mosquitoes here, they're the worst fucking terrorists you've ever known in your life. But I put a bit of spray on. But, normally I've got the fan on. And normally it's fine. Wait a minute. AmanDAO, good afternoon to you. Hello, darling.
What? Can you say that again?
Merry Christmas there. Merry Christmas, darling. Hello.
It's Merry Christmas Eve.
Well, I know it is, isn't it? Amanda, I was singing at the beginning. I sang a song at the beginning. Can you imagine which Christmas song Robo would sing? Go on, take a guess. We all the songs. What would I sing with my voice?
Probably Santa Baby.
Oh
No?
it was Christmas Eve in the drunk tank. Oh, I was giving it the Pogues, the fairy tale of New York.
Beautiful.
Oh, Amanda, will you hear it?
Inbox.
I'm going in there. I'll go in the house. Wait a minute. I'll go in the house. Fucking hell, man.
Robo.
Open your inbox.
These all.
I've sent you the JPEG.
Robo. How about Raw?
Raw.
Fucking
Well, pleb. I did mouth off earlier about how much money I lost.
I saw.
Through LP in I thought Raw was going to be like a next level like netter for me based on the position I did. They've just rugged me. But you know something? I'm really happy, Amanda, right? The Junos rugged me because I am a different person. Like my Juno journey has changed me from being like I was a pleb back in the day, like the early days of Juno, yeah. I'll admit. Like back then I didn't know nothing compared to what I know now. So yeah, for all the rug and all the drama, I'm not gonna like cry. I'm gonna be like, well, what can I do to rug you in the future? I just want to front run these fuckers, you know, all these devs. Let's front run that fucking entire eco, darling.
You just throw darling at the end and it makes it all better.
You know,
fucking flat.
Amanda, you
darling.
Amanda, I'm about to get in so much trouble, right? Wait. So I'm about to get like in so much trouble from Rama right now. Shall I do it or not?
Of course.
Shall I do it?
Of course.
Okay, I've just changed my PFP. I've just changed my PFP. I've wait, and I'm going to add to it.
Oh my god, love it.
Merry Christmas from Vee and the gang. The gang.
I gotta pick myself up. Hopefully, one of my presents actually is a nice little Rekt bull or Rekt wolf.
So can I add a comment after? Like I want to say like Merry Christmas from Vee and the gang. Rama, one day people will like you too. Is that okay to say that or not?
You just had me fucking burst out laughing.
I just said it. I said it. I was like, Rama, one day people will like you too.
That's
Sorry. Wait a minute. So, who we got in Europe? Because it's in America, it's early though. I mean, it's what is it? It's lunch. Is it after lunchtime for you? It's mid-afternoon, isn't it? Depending on where you are.
2:00.
It might be lunchtime on the East Coast. Soy, it's gonna be. It's gonna be about what? Soy 5 for you, is it or something? 5 p.m. About 5 p.m. I'm gonna ring my mother soon. She's coming out of church. I'm gonna ring her. Boy, imagine the state of that conversation. I've been talking to my mum for like 2 hours today already. In fact, probably more, about 2.5 hours over like 3 conversations. The first one got interrupted. Someone came and she rang back, and then someone came with more presents. She got interrupted. She's like, I'll get back in a bit. And then I'm going to ring your woman back again. Oi, AmanDAO. That's a difficult job, isn't it, AmanDAO? Robo's mother. Imagine that job. Fucking hell.
She probably had gray hairs when you were born. Listen,
well,
my daughter's giving me gray hairs.
She reminds me about the being born conversation, like constantly, like She's like, I was in labour for 2 days with you. You were fucking 24.5 inches. You split me in half. I can't stop laughing, me. I try to keep a straight face, but it's like really difficult, you know, when she's being serious. Like, oh, fucking hell, black hearts from Amanda. That's it. All that's the black hearts.
I feel the black hearts so, like, it just represents me so well. TendermintTimmy.
Oh, by the way, we've got Timmy over here.
Oh.
Timmy, can you send me your stars address so that I can send you the Spark IBC stars name, please?
Oh, I sure
Hey,
can.
did you hear that? That's proper Christmas, isn't it? This is the spirit of like goodwill, the season of camaraderie and brethren. And my
Oh no,
fucking God, man!
V's sending an invoice. Don't kid yourself. V's sending an
Oh
invoice.
no! I'm not sending an invoice to Spark IBC, but I am sending an invoice to Raccoon Supply because I've got the name Raccoon.stars.
Dude, how many wallets did you mint them on? Like, because didn't you get DAO too?
The door one.
No,
The door
I just
one.
minted it yesterday. DAO, bro. Man, Jake sent me 21,000 stars and 430 Juno for DAO.
What?
Wow.
V,
What?
the fucking
Yeah.
squatter
How many
over
Juno?
here.
How many Juno? How many Juno? Wait, what?
430.
Oh, okay. That's a nice little look, huh? Oh, what'd you pay for it? What was your cost? What was your
50
overhead?
stars. 50 stars.
Fucking, you're a rate clamp, you. You've been all over
No,
it.
I didn't.
Oh
I didn't
my
even
God.
negotiate. I just DM'd him. I was like, "Yo, I've got DAO stars," and he said, "I'm gonna send you 500 stars and 500 Juno, and I'll send you 500 stars first. You send me the name, and I'll send you 500 Juno." And I thought he's just joking, and I was like, "Send me your address." He sent me and I thought he's just gonna send me 500 stars, and that's okay. I wasn't really bothered about it. I was like, DAO. Not really bothered about it. Jake can have it. It's DAO anyways, and we're trying to do some fun stuff on Juno. When I got 21,000 stars, I was like, hang on a second, what is this? And then I did the conversion, and I realized he meant I'm gonna send you $500 in stars and $500 in Juno. And I was like, okay. I was like, thank you very much. I'll accept that. I went and I minted notional.stars, notional.DAO.stars, raccoonbet.stars. I went and started minting some more stuff. But I also minted Spark IBC.stars, but I just minted it for Timmy because he had minted it, and I thought I'd just send it to him.
But the racks just said like fuck stars. Like the racks like with no interest whatsoever. Raccoons don't care. Like speaking
Hey,
of devs, go on.
I just minted Rekt Vee.stars. So what's your price? The
Bro,
dude doesn't even mint his own name. What the fuck?
No way.
Why would I mint my name?
Wait,
Why would I
Shrute,
mint my
did
name?
you? Did Shrute mint v.rekt? No way. Shrute, did you?
Rekt Vee. Yeah. Now I'm just gonna start doing stupid trades, and everyone's gonna think it's V.
Oh, dude, what we can do? Can we share the name? Like, let all of us in a group share it. We'll
Yeah, I'll put it on.
like,
I'll transfer it to a new wallet, and I'll give like everyone the seed phrase, and we can just
We can just yes. We have to figure out how to soulbound it first.
Let's make him the biggest trader on stars, like over a 24-hour period. Let's absolutely.
We're gonna make a new Twitter handle, RektVee.stars, and then we'll link it to Twitter, and then we'll just assume we're just gonna assume V's identity, and no one's gonna be the wiser.
Shrute, get that name locked down now on Twitter because V's going to probably go and do it now, panicking like we need to get this shit locked down quick. Somebody get the V name before V. I can't believe the smell. Oh my
Dude, that's
God.
so funny that you're minting everyone else's name and you didn't even mint your own.
and we're gonna put it to the community. Dude, people are gonna go through you like a knife through butter. Oh my god, dude, you'd be riddled. The community
I'm assuming a new online identity.
Hey guys,
dude.
Guys, I started doing this fun thing where I just comment pleb on every person's tweet on my feed. It's pretty fun.
That seems about right.
I mean, honestly,
I think I did that to a couple. I did that to a couple of the senators that voted for the spending bill that just passed, and I know like no one understands what the hell I'm saying, but it's actually humorous now that you can see view counts.
Oh yeah,
because so.
Sure. By the way, I saw that coming. I thought of minting RektVee.stars, but I was like, you know what? Who cares? If anyone mints it, I won't. Because I don't want to use that name. I know if anyone sees my name associated with an account and trying to sell something, no one's ever going to buy it. Everyone's going to be like,
correct.
Yeah, anyone but Vee.
Yeah, that's
don't
fair.
Want to be Vee's exit liquidity.
Well, now I just minted not Rekt Vee too, so.
It's someone else. It's not Rekt.
Or perhaps Rekt Vee DAO.
Yeah, that would work. I minted SourceDAO. I minted AK-47, AK-47 as is. And then I minted. Yeah.
Lol.
And I also minted Little Stars. I wanted to do the whole twinkle, twinkle, little dot stars thing, but I just stuck to little dot stars because I thought twinkle, twinkle is a bit too long. No, I had some fun. Oh, I've also got Omniflix Network dot stars. I DM'd them on Twitter.
Whitelisted.
They were.
I thought it was whitelist limited until like tomorrow or something. No.
Dude,
So,
is it worth 500 for Oh My Stars?
Nah.
Did anyone can I ask please, did anyone mint like Highlander sandwich.stars? Like please.
Oh my God, did you?
Wait. Moment silence for Highlanders sandwich. At this day of this hour, on the 11th day, the 11th month, we are gathered here today around the cenotaph to put flowers down and pay respects to the absolute fucking abomination that your man dared to fucking post on my feed today. You fucking daft cunt. A moment's silence for... Sorry, just had to bring that one in.
I love that.
Oh,
Disgusting, pleb.
absolutely, you're just like appalled by him.
Ew, like who eats blood sauce?
Fucking nerve.
Yuck.
Wait, who, listen, can I ask you guys, who on Twitter Spaces, right, can get away with my behavior except me? Very few people. Vee's one of them. Shrute's probably one of them as well. We can say what the fuck we like.
Dude, I get even close to that behavior and Tank calls me out. He's like, Timmy, I trusted you.
That's so accurate.
Like, come on, man. I just want to have fun.
Like, stop being my dad.
Like, I just want to have fun.
Oh my god. Timmy, I'm dying.
It's true. Have you heard it? Have you been there, Robo?
I can't talk right now.
I'm honestly surprised. I'm actually surprised with the number of people, the number of validators and projects that are closely associated with stars who haven't minted their own names.
How are you? I don't get it. Isn't it like
one or two?
Now.
It's like one whitelist per. It's like one mint per whitelisted.
Public mint is open, guys. Where are you? Are you living under a rock or something?
I thought that was like tomorrow.
No, it was yesterday, 7 p.m. UTC, Friday.
I see.
Dude, did you set like an alarm?
Yeah, I just don't have
I've
any
been
faith in a
waiting
name
for it for a few
service
days.
coming from Stargaze, so I'm not too worried.
Yeah, I mean,
Not because
we were talking
Stargaze
about this.
is
We were talking
not
about this
because
in
they're
the
not.
space with Jake, and it's like I like the convenience of it to be able to like see like at a high, like if I go on Mint Scan to be able to, but even that's not enabled, right? Like to be able to see the name of the contract, to know like it's the official like, you know, Bad Kids like contract or something like that. Like I think there's value in that. Or like I would mostly use it to just send shit to myself, like to send shit to like my other wallets. Like it's much easier to do that than fucking
To be honest,
fumble around.
That's why I never minted my own name, because I don't want to associate my name with an account with the Stars name or anything. I'm not really bothered about it right now. For me to transfer money from one account to another, I can just copy paste the address, and have been for the last year or so, and things are working perfectly fine. But in terms of validators and people that are closely associated with Stargaze, and especially top 10 or 20 validators, when I see them not buy their own name or mint their own name, I'm thinking, guys, what the heck are you thinking? You need, like, if you're so closely associated with Stargaze, and Stargaze really want to make Stargaze names a thing, like I see people trying to mint famous celebrity names or Binance.stars or other things. I don't think anyone's really bothered about them, because it's not going to be that big of a thing. But for people or projects that are closely associated with Stargaze, you need to go for those names. Because for me, like when I was thinking about DAO, I knew Jake is involved with Stargaze. He's on Juno. And I was like, that's definitely a win. He's going to want the name. And I listened to Slinky the other day, and I've actually sent him two other names. I've sent him DAO-DAO.stars, and I've sent him DAO with a zero instead of the O, as they have in the Twitter account. So after the first deal today, I just sent him those two names too. I just sent him, and I was like, Merry Christmas. Timmy, you should have
Man, what a guy after you already fleeced him.
I know, right? I'm a very generous.
I still haven't stopped crying from the last fucking banda. After you fleeced them.
Vee, are you the one that asked me what like Spark's gonna use for a name service?
Yeah, no, because
the
intention was to ask you to send the name to you anyway. The reason why I was asking was because, dude, you have to mint your names, especially like Spark IBC.
Well, I only have one whitelist. I minted Spark just because it's shorter. Yeah,
no,
but I really do appreciate you grabbing Spark IBC.
No, that's what
you're totally right.
Omniflix. That's what I was telling Omniflix Network, that if, say, for example, if Stargaze don't integrate with ICNS, and they don't want ICNS to be using the Stargaze thing or whatever it is, and if you're on Stargaze, if you're closely associated with Stargaze, you want a name that's similar or the same name as your Osmosis name. And that's what, like, Omniflix told me today, that we've got Omniflix.stars, so we're good. And I said, bro, you're on ICNS. Your name on ICNS is OmniflixNetwork.osmo or .juno. You surely, and your Twitter name is Omniflix Network, you surely should have OmniflixNetwork.stars. You don't want some random guy to have OmniflixNetwork.stars and register that.
Well, and the fact that they're talking about like, oh, let's find a way to combine them. Like, it's too late to do that, because there's going to be people that have the ICNS name and then people that have the stars name. Like, you can't put the genie back in the bottle. And so, like, it was pretty, I don't know. The whole thing just, it just seemed like some weird, like I don't know, some weird like dick measuring contest between, you know, ICNS knew that Stars was going to put it out, and then they fucking, you know, tried to preempt them or whatever. It just, the whole thing is just gross and dirty. But I mean, what would you really expect from the Osmosis Mafia?
You know what? I don't really have much sympathy for Stargaze, because I actually saw that DM that Sunny leaked, that he messaged the Stargaze team in October and talked about integrating them.
Yeah, but
And
I'd love
obviously
to
we
see
don't
the
know
rest
about the
of that
conversation.
combo.
I agree with that, but at the same time, I'm also critical of Stargaze to launch at this time in the bear market, because if you want to go mainstream and you're launching a Stargaze name service, you should be launching it when you've onboarded a significant amount of people. Right now, you've probably got max 5,000 people. I mean, I don't think anyone's even sold a name or bought a name. Most of the bids over there are fake bids.
Probably
That
just
people
you.
have just, yeah, I wouldn't be
You're
surprised.
probably the only one.
I might be the only one who's even sold a star's name. But that's the thing, like if you're launching a Stargaze name service and you want this to go mainstream, you need to have a lot of people who would be interested in it and who would want to be trading it. You've already got a tiny community. And I was messaging, I responded to, what's his name? Was it Sam? Because Robo retweeted his post today too. He was talking about a lack of liquidity in the Cosmos and that being the main problem. And then he said, Bad Kids is the only NFT project in the Cosmos. And I asked him, what do you even mean by that? And he was saying that, oh, I think Stargaze needs better artists and Bad Kids is the only NFT. Let me just pin this actually.
Well, shows how dumb they are. I mean,
Yeah,
Joe
he said that, and then he said you should carve out a council. By the way, you could put me on it, and tried to fucking weasel his way into a fucking paid position. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
I've
rip my hair.
actually pinned the tweet. Yeah, I've pinned the tweet.
Wow. Shrute.
Yeah.
Shrute doesn't fuck around. Does it? Wait.
I don't.
Shrute doesn't fuck around, does he?
No. Shrute is always on point. On point.
Huh? Doesn't fuck around, does he?
Man. I love Shrute. I don't know why they expect to bring artists, and Stargaze have already said this, that, oh, we want to onboard projects, artists, and these kind of things. Bringing artists or projects from Ethereum or Solana is not going to do anything. Everyone's looking for exit liquidity and for money. And right now on Cosmos, on Stars, you don't have any of that. So even if you bring...
I'll tell you what. So the guy that designed this Umi collection that helped me, he's still on a couple play to earn games on Polygon, and he's like, I've been in touch with him, a lot about the collection, and like if he's never used Stargaze before, like I set him up with a wallet. I was like, yo, dude, I'll mint you like one because like thanks for working with me and everything. Because it's a game that I used to play on, back during the bull when everything was great. I don't know if any of you guys are Polygon people. It's the Troll Game artist, which is a play to earn game on Polygon. That's still kind of going. I mean, obviously all that shit's down horrendous because of the bear, but and like he's going to be closely watching to see if like our little squids mint out. And I think that's the way you do it though, right? Like I reached out to him. I was like, hey, dude, I really like your style. I'd be really interested in like you helping me with this collection that I'm thinking about doing, and I would really love to use you. And obviously it's the bear, so I never heard someone respond yes so quickly. And we worked out a little thing, and he turned it around pretty quickly for me. And I think he's we like Zoom called, and I like set him up with a Kepler and all that shit, and like so we'll see. Like I mean, hopefully. I think that's the way we're going to do it is by networking. It's not going to be like offering some weird fucking incentive or whatever. It's going to be networking. Like I just like cold reached out to him and I was like, yo, dude, like, do you want to design a collection for me? Like, what would it cost me to get something like that done? Like, here's what I'm thinking. And, he got back to me and he was like, yeah. And so like I said, we'll see. Like, but like going and trying to court these people with like, proposals and this, that, and the other thing, like that's nonsense. That's like, it's like inorganic growth, right? Like, hey, I'm going to pay you to just come over here and, put together a collection because you're going to get a fat check and then you're just going to walk away. Like this guy has a community around him. So like, I if it goes well and he sees it mint out and like, blah, 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 Like maybe he would be inclined to do like his own thing over here. And then as a result of that, he starts bringing some Polygon people over here. So, I mean, one can only hope that that's how we do it, not this weird like pay to art over on Stargaze. Like that's not going to work.
Shrute, you've seen us come over. Shrute, you've seen us come over. I mean, we did amazing on Terra. I think we did around 4 million, up to 4 million or something in volume, or $1 million. No, $1 million actually. $1 million in volume in about 2 months or something. And then we had a market cap of 4 million at one point. And I mean, we have an amazing community and everything, and we minted out on Juno where there's no other NFT collection and there's hardly any marketplace. And we minted out in less than 2 minutes. But still, there's no liquidity. You don't have any native Cosmos people who are actually interested in buying or flipping NFTs, especially native Juno people who are interested in buying and flipping the NFTs. So even if projects come, without there being that liquidity, people are going to struggle. And I do think even for Rekt Gang, I mean, we've been saying this, the right step is to move to Stargaze because they have relatively better liquidity than elsewhere.
Yeah. Well, that, and I think like just the marketplaces on Juno aren't at the level of Stargaze. And then Stargaze still has a lot to be desired, right? Like I still even use, Hubble tools to do my fucking shopping. And then, I go on Stargaze to buy it. Like, obviously they've been making incremental improvements. So there's definitely no bashing of Stargaze. Like, they got the rarities on there, they got the traits and stuff. So they're moving, not as fast as, maybe we would like to see, but like, I still think Stargaze needs Hubble tools to be a fully functional marketplace. So I really wish they would just like integrate it completely.
Not to segue here. But you know what? We've got new people in the room. Like we always want to, when you've got new people joining, you've got to change the topics. I did, and I know he's busy. I did just message Finn, and I said, we're about to talk about you. Did anyone see Finn's messages to Don today? So can anyone update? Wait a minute. Can anyone update me? Is it Don's friend? Little squids up. Little squids.
Finn's just taking the piss.
I'm going to say this right now. V, please cover your ears. What kind of disrespectful bullshit are you pulling with us right now, Robo? This is not right, dude. What happened? What happened, dude?
Says the man that abandoned racks for a squid.
Oh, no. I mean, Robo knows deep down inside I'm always a rack, right? But we would never change our PFP to a stupid fucking wreck bull, bro. Never in our fucking lives.
It was a Christmas gift. It was a Christmas gift. I'm going to change it like the Boxing Day. Like, give me 24 hours to like make peace. I mean, what you doing? Didn't come in here trying to fucking cause World War III, bro. Like, I'm just trying to fucking make that.
1 week.
1 week. You listen to you monotone motherfucker. 1 week. What do you think? Oh, you've sent it now. I'll burn it. 1 week. Listen to you. Fucking pleb.
And Timmy, for the record, there will be up above. I have 25 exclusive squids that will be having a raccoon tail. So, Gains supporting the homies.
He's Marty. He's Marty coming. Hello, Merry Christmas, Marty. It's Christmas in Thailand. It's not Christmas for you, but I'm going to say Merry Christmas anyway, son.
Merry Christmas to you and all the other beautiful people in this spaces right now. Here I am. I was going to come give you grief for the profile picture, but how could I do that in Christmas spirit?
Well, exactly. and what about Christmas? What about Merry Christmas for me, dogs? How would you forget that you like people in the spaces? You want to be saying Merry Christmas to me, dogs?
All the beautiful animals and pets of all the beautiful people in the spaces. You didn't let me finish.
Dude,
Merry Christmas to everybody except the Wreck Bulls, Robo, and Amanda.
Here we go. And Amanda. Is that still?
Just kidding, Amanda. I'm just joking. I just had to add in there.
Are you kidding about the Wreck Bulls? You're kidding about the Wreck Bulls as well? You know that, like, phase 2, raccoons, we can't have prejudice.
What the?
We can't have this.
What the heck, games?
I know. Games.
No Christmas. No Christmas. Like salutations.
I was feeling all jolly and shit, Amanda, until I popped into this space. I was actually going out of my fucking way to pop into this space to say hi to Robo because I know he wanted to do the special Christmas RAC FM special thing. But then I see him pulling this stupid RAC. Oh my fuck! I just want to throw my phone, dude. I want to throw my phone outside.
Is the Rekt Bull in the room with you right now, Gins? Is the Rekt Bull in the room with you right now?
Wait until Rarma hears about this. You just wait.
Is the Rekt? I commented. No, I commented with Rob. Oh, dude, have you not been in the nest? Where's my comment? Wait. Where's the comment where I said, like, oh, Rama, one day people will like you too. Dude, I mean, Gins, you've been rocking. I mean, dude, I got you an honorary, and you had it for like 36 hours, and then you've been a squid for like 6 weeks. Like, dude, if you've got the problem,
the squid is a Cosmos Spaces. The squid is a Cosmos Spaces and Umi like collab. So I mean,
you would say that with your fucking royalties, you cunt. You think I'm gonna trust you? You fucking pleb. Fuck off.
Me. Man, I've been buying racks over the last 2 months, dude. I'm about to be a 1%er here before the end of the year.
Don't flaunt your wealth.
So to get the 1%, you need to shill these fucking Umis. You know, Shrute in on the royalties. Yeah, and your man Shrute in on the royalties. I fucking know you.
I'm in on what?
You're on the royalties? I bet you are. Come on, Shrute, we know.
I don't even know what you're saying. What's the word you're saying?
Royalties.
You must be on the royalties.
They probably, you know what? Him and Gaines probably know how to set up the royalties.
Royalties for what?
For these NFTs?
The little squids.
Oh, yeah. I mean, all that shit's just going to go to funding. Like, we're just going to self-stake. Like, that's, I mean, I ain't worried about it.
Gaines said he was going to set up his...
and also, Mr. Robo, I don't know if you heard about this, but did you know...
He said he was going to get
True. I thought we talked about all royalties will go to saving the squids' lives in the metaverse. I thought that's what we talked about, dude.
No, actually, I think all the royalties are going to fund a tentacle porn video that will rival the Cosmic Validator's Cosmos informational videos that they're making.
Mind, I'm not going to lie. That Cosmic, I went and watched the videos. Guys, has anyone actually went and watched these Cosmic thingy videos? Yeah, woman. It's just a read fucking pleb, isn't she? Like, literally.
She reads right off the script. Do you see her eyes shift as she's talking?
Dude, a fucking mouth looks like a fucking thoroughbred fucking horse, like in the fucking Grand National. Derby or some shit like that.
Hey, guess what? You know what? She's taking that Adam right to the bank, dude. She don't care.
Oh, yeah. And she mesmerizing with that forehead. Like, literally, that forehead must take some cream. I mean, fucking how much cream goes on that forehead a matter every day? Like,
Robo, that's so savage.
I like how we pivot from you changing your PFP to talking smack about Cosmic Validator. You know, at least they're trying, right? They're trying.
Bro, your woman.
You're trying to suck these.
Your woman's face, dude, your woman's face looks like fucking haunted fucking Tupperware. Like, literally. I look at it. Haunted fucking Tupperware.
Man, V gets, or Robo gets put on the Sauce DAO, and then the next thing you know, he's got a Rekt Bull PFP. I wonder what kind of backroom deals were made. Seems like more of the same on Juno. More backroom deals being forged.
Well said, Shrute. Well said. At least somebody got my back around here. Fucking bro.
Hey, squids got squid, you know?
Going to burn it live. We hadn't joined to burn it live on the space. Like, imagine if I sucker punch these mugs and I just burn it live. Like, just to take the fucking piss. V, how would you feel, V, is the burn the burn transaction in the room with you right now, V?
I've given you a gift. It's your choice.
Imagine if I burned it. Imagine, dude, the smell in your house if I burned this. I couldn't do it. Gaines is DMing me. Gaines is DMing me right now. He's like, go and fucking burn it live. Gaines,
dude,
no.
you know what's funny?
No.
I was literally in the Rekt Gang Discord the other day, and I have a really sweet Rekt Wolf PFP, and they were like, Shrute, you should put your Rekt Wolf PFP back up. And I was like, I literally said in chat, I said, I can't do it because Robo will skewer me. And then 2 days later, less than 48 hours later, Robo's got a Rekt fucking bull as his PFP. It's like we spoke it into existence.
Is the free NFT in the room with you right now? Sorry, bro. I do apologize. Like, these addresses are mad, you know. Someone says, send me your address, and then you've got no control after that, have you? People can send what they like. Wow, Tricky's here. Merry Christmas, Tricky. I know you might not be able to speak, but I would love it if you did. But I'm just saying, Merry Christmas, Tricky. Well, we've got a few people in, haven't we? Maestro, a few people. Anyway, V, I don't know where this contagion comes from Cosmos Spaces. I'm not sure, like, why they're so fucking bitter about this entire situation.
You know why he's bitter? He's bitter because he was gonna go and mint some bonds on mint day, and then Rama told him not to, and he didn't mint them. But I still remember mint day when Gaines was like, I'm gonna go and mint some bonds, and I think Rama said, no, don't, you pleb. And he did it, and they minted out in 2 minutes. I think that's where it comes from. But it's okay.
Rama's got
I love
Rama's got 18. Rama's got 18 bonds, you know, stashed away across like several wallets. Like literally, I'm telling you now. Like I've seen. Rama's got 18 bonds. Yeah, he has. He doesn't fuck around, that kid. Like he's really, really clever, Rama. Like.
I didn't tell Rama about all this shit.
Gaines, how many bonds? Gaines, how many bonds he got? I've only got 2, me. Gaines.
What'd you do with the bad kid, Gaines?
The bad kid's still in the dungeon.
Yeah, wait a minute.
He's got a bad kid still.
No way.
That kid's still at the dungeon, dude. I told you guys that I would keep it there. And it's up to the RAC DAO to figure out what to do with that fucking thing.
Fucking no way. Gaines has not got a bad kid now. Are you serious?
The one that did give me for the meme contest, remember? The one that
Oh, yeah. Vee'll swap you. Vee'll swap you. I reckon Vee'll give you like at least like 3 Rekt bulls and a bond for your bad kid, because Vee loves to flip bad kids more than anyone on earth. I don't know what his obsession is like with them. I'm not too sure about that.
I wouldn't let Vee's wallet.
I had about 3,000 Juno. I unstaked them, and I still got about 7 days left. It's only worth like fucking $500 at this point. So I'm thinking about just fucking buying all fucking what are they called?
All in NFTs. All in
kits. Yeah.
Just go all in on the NFTs. All in NFTs.
Kit. I say
Maestro.
I love
Maestro, don't move your Juno. Maestro, you need to keep that Juno on Juno. Just go buy some Rekt bulls. Go buy some bonds. Why move it to stars?
V, how many burns have you got? How many burns? Finn keeps calling.
I'll take that as an advice.
I opened all my bonds. I've only got 5 bonds left. 5 or 6.
What? Unopened? You got 5 or 6 bonds unopened, have you? Have you?
Yeah. Uh-huh. So there's you either have a bond or you have a bull. There's no opened or unopened bonds. So there's only bonds or the bulls. I opened all my bonds, I think, 3rd day or something. Okay, guys.
So how many bulls? How many bulls you got?
Ooh, I've got
how many? A few. Oh, fire, isn't he?
I think I've got about a dozen or so, at least.
Welcome to the Rekt Bulls Christmas FM special with your main host, Robo. We will be talking about all things Rekt
You're
Bulls.
so salty. It's not a good look for you.
Wait a minute, Amanda. Amanda, for me or for him? For him?
Gains. For Gains. It's not a good look.
Yeah, but you know what, Amanda? You would never change your PFP to a Rekt Bull, would you?
I don't know. Would I? That was a little late. Maybe if I got it as a present, yeah.
All right. Oh, we'll get somebody to give Robo another present. See if he changes PFP.
Oh man, dude, this gives me a great idea. Like next year or whatever, we should have done like a white elephant NFT fucking like group chat.
Oh.
And we should have all sent like someone like the worst like NFT possible. I think that could have been pretty fun.
That would be really fun. I should remember that for next year.
Well, you could do it, but Gains would still be a Karen, wouldn't he? I mean, you could do it. You could have a great fun, and Gains would still be like a Karen. What do you reckon, Marty? Oh, your man's a Karen these days, isn't he? I don't know what I'm going to have to do with Gains.
You know who's one of the You know who's one of the most committed people that doesn't change their fucking PFP in this space right now? It's Tricky. However, like, yes, those stupid apes fucking rugged everybody on Secret, right? He still has not changed his PFP. And I respect it. I respect it, dude. Respect it massively.
Gains, you've got like guys, listen, people don't understand. It's a very simple situation. Gains has had and still continues to have to this day extreme PTSD from like what apes was it? I mean, I forgot there was that many apes.
The secret apes, dude.
Was it orbital apes or
secret apes on Secret?
Yeah, and how many did you buy? How many did you buy?
I'm not gonna disclose it, dude.
A lot. Okay. At the top, at the Pico top. Did you buy the Pico top?
I meant it, dude. I meant it. It was so much fun.
More than 10. More than 10.
Sure.
Or less. Oh, okay. And compared to mint, compared to like now, how are we doing? Are we okay?
Are you kidding me? They rug, bro. There's fucking no volume. Dude, I don't want to even talk about this on Christmas Eve. It's Christmas Eve. I want to come into this space to
We're trying to understand your pain. Dude, we're trying to understand your pain. We're trying to come to terms with the agony and the... I mean, AmanDAO, I'm not going to call this an intervention, but like, we're trying AmanDAO to get your man. We're trying AmanDAO to get your man back on track.
Yeah. I mean, it would look even better if he didn't change his profile picture 20 times a day too. And maybe not zoom in so tight.
I'll tell you this though, man.
I know it's a squid. I know it's a squid because I know you, but for everybody else, it looks like just a giant ball.
A ball sack with a hat on. Shrute looks like a piece of corn, doesn't he? Like from the surf. Like
he does look like corn.
Hey, now that V is gone, dude, please tell us the damn fucking truth. How much did he pay you to do this stupid thing? And how long do you
Juno.
Do you want me to burn it? Is that what you want? Are you really going down that route? You want me to burn this online? Like you're going to be a cunt like that? Like at Christmas?
I don't want you to burn.
I cannot believe you would peer pressure. Cannot believe you peer pressure someone into doing that. Like,
don't burn it. There are starving children in Africa.
Yes.
Wow.
They have no NFTs.
You don't have to.
They have no NFTs.
You know what I thought you were gonna do, Robo? Like,
oh my god,
if you're gonna get a gift, you're gonna just accept the gift, keep it in your little wallet, nice and safe. Maybe change your PFP for like a couple hours. Remember how I tatted Kevin's raccoon? He kept it there for like 1 hour. Then he changed it back to his like video camera PFP. I thought you were gonna do that same thing. Just flaunt it for a little bit and then change.
It's not even been 15 minutes.
Shrute just said the starving kids have no NFTs. Like literally, If anyone missed that, like, comment, like, I'm so glad this space is recorded, because that's be one of the greatest fucking lines in history. That, like, never mind Bob Geldof and, like, feed the world. Shrute's like, your man's got no NFTs. Your man got no rights, get sentiment NFT. He's fine. Fucking Jesus, Shrute. People are going to have to listen back to that one. Never mind. Yeah, I'm not happy about this, GANGZ. GANGZ, please. Dude, I can feel how tense you are right now. I bet your shoulders right now. You need a massage, dude. Can you not have a word with your woman and just say, give us a shoulder rub? Like, sit in a chair after dinner or something. Dude, get your woman to give your shoulders a rub, will you? She might want to give something else a rub if you get the shoulders. I mean, that's good start.
That's not how it works.
Shout out to Michael down below. He's our DevOps for Cosmos Spaces. Dude, I love your rack. It's a beautiful rack. Look at that thing, dude.
What are you trying to do?
Who are you talking about?
What are you trying to do? Is he trying to, like, he's trying to PFP shame me? So, gender, the fucking spaces start again on the tablet again. Hey, GANGZ, that's really bad. Like, you shouldn't do that. You know, this, like, gender, like, misnorming and things and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Bro, you got to tread carefully. Listen, GANGZ, we are all equal. We are all the same. GANGZ, there's no bulls, there's no racks, there's just us, the community. Dude, we can take whatever persona we like. Like, seriously. For the night, if I want to be a bull, what's wrong with that? Like, just for one night in my life, dude. Come on. Are you gonna begrudge me that, GANGZ? Are you?
Or do you gotta lower your IQ to become a bull? Just let me know.
What's it got to do with IQs? What's it got to... See, that could be regarded as being, like, slander. I don't know. Marty, how do you feel about this? Like, a pressure, Marty? It's putting pressure on me to change the...
You changed my mood when I came in the room, and I felt the vibes just radiating off you. But I'll be honest, I was going to give you a hard time. I was. So, no comment.
No, the room was good until GANGZ came in and ruined the vibe.
Was that your intent, GANGZ?
It probably was. He's like, oh, I just want to have a Merry Christmas.
We'll change the topic. I'm over.
Do you know what he's doing? He's playing Rama. That's what he's doing tonight. He's playing Rama. So what's been happening? The last 2 weeks, GANGZ has been, like, getting hooked into Rama's God complex. You know, when you make Rama the co-host and he starts muting everyone. Like, literally, the host should be muting motherfuckers, not the co-host, right? GANGZ, please step out of that aura. Please do not follow the path of Rama. He is getting out of control. I don't know what to say. He feels like he can say anything to anyone at any time and insult, like, people, like, beyond belief. GANGZ, you're not that guy.
I know. I wouldn't do that to anybody else. You're my friend, right? So I'm allowed to talk to you like.
You've got a good heart. Yeah, exactly. You've got a heart. Dude, we all know he hasn't got a heart. That's a fact, right? Why the music? Who's got the music on? Who's that?
I don't like it when mommy and daddy fight on Christmas.
I'll change the topic. I'll take control over this space. Since the host obviously is he's cloudy. It's cloudy right now with Rekt Gang, Rekt Bulls, and
listen. How about for the culture, you and I, we do an OTC deal for that rack, and then once you've got it, you can do what you want with it. How about we do an OTC? What do you reckon? Like a 0.01 Juno or something for the culture. We'll do an OTC and you can burn it. How about that, motherfucker?
So, well, Robo, if you want, rather than So I'm digging into my own pockets, and for our little squid collection, my plan was to give away 3 NFTs for each third that we've minted out. One of them was going to be a Rekt Bull. Well, I was going to do one of my last unopened barn. But the grand prize for fully minting out our collection is actually going to be a rack from my collection. So I'm bringing the communities together.
Oh, that's big news. That the right there. Anyone heard that? Big fucking news. That. Wow.
So yeah, so I unfortunately will be setting myself back from being a 1%er, but I'm planning on. My goal is to hit it before the end of the year, but yeah, so I have to figure out which baby I'm going to let go, which is pretty hard. I think I might just buy one off the floor, so that way it's not one that I'm already kind of attached to. But yeah, we'll see. But the grand prize for fully minting out, I think I'm going to set a hard end date just so it doesn't like go on forever. But it will be a raccoon.
Wow. And now I'm saying wow because of one primary reason. The last time there were giveaways, we did the art competition that like lasted like weeks and was so fucking difficult, like to sort out like the logistics, right? That was the last time that any racks were given away, and I think we probably concluded the art competition end of August. I know it started in July, middle of like July, and it took about 6 weeks. It was that difficult. Dude, yeah, there hasn't been a rack given away since then. And I mean, people can talk about like PFPs or blah, 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 whatever all day long. I mean, racks are real estate. Like we've said this before. So when Shrute's like, if Shrute is talking about this shit, guys, and for this launch, they're on about giving away a rack involved in this situation, yeah, that's prime fucking real estate. So yeah, that's worth paying attention to, Shrute. Yeah, big respect,
and
bro.
I also worked with AmanDAO over there, and one of our one of ones went to Angel to be raffled after we start minting. So excited to work with them. It's very well suited for Angel protocol. So there's no other place for it to have gone other than them, and hopefully, you know, get some funds for them. So
dude, I'm up to 9 racks right now that I've fucking like given away scot free. Fucking 9. It was 6, and then I didn't know what happened. Some people like come in the community and just like try their hardest and blah blah blah. Like it's like it's endearing. Like if you have the ability to share like racks around, if you're in that position, it's a fucking blessed moment, man. It's Christmas right now, but like if someone gifts you a rack, like literally, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's your fucking Christmas day, like, and there's a few people who probably know what I'm talking about. Like, I know there's people in this room. I'm actually looking at some people right now that I know, like, know what I'm talking about.
And how about AmanDAO putting up that little Christmas thing on Raccoon.net? That was pretty freaking cool, man.
Amazing. Oh, absolutely amazing. And you know what? Did you see the like guy giving the present? That's like he's like half Winston, half raccoon. Like it's like if you look at it, it's not a raccoon, it's a dog, but it looks like dude, we've been talking about this shit for ages, man. I remember like talking about AmanDAO like months ago about like turning Winston into a raccoon. Like how good is these banners? Myself or AmanDAO's here. AmanDAO, you had your hand up, darling.
Oh no, I was just raising it as I was gifted a rack first. And then I've since bought my own, and it was the best present I could have ever gotten.
But your angel tat from Gains, are those 3 angel tats? I mean, talk about unique, talk about groundbreaking, talk about like an industry threshold. Literally, who's come
It's funny how that works. So Amanda says that she was gifted one and then bought one. And honestly, the day that I was looking to shop was the day that I won one in the casino. And then I ended up, I started, I don't even know how long ago that was. It wasn't that long ago. I had 0.
Yeah.
And now I'm up to like 9, probably about to be 10 by the end of the weekend. And then, like I said, my goal is to. So like,
shout out.
Look at that. Just from winning one in the casino. Now I'm like, now I'm like obsessed. I check stash every fucking morning, collect my daily stash of the day, look and see if there's any cool ass ones on the, for sale on the site. And then, I sit and pontificate if I should, buy one or not.
I remember when you won the jackpot, though, the NFT one. Like, do you remember my comment? Like, I was like, and then, but wait, then GANGz like tatted it like straight up, like how cool, man. Oh, dude, that Shrute, like whatever PFP you'll ever have, I'll only ever know you as that tat, like that rack, that tat, like serious, dude.
Yeah, it'll come back. I just got to represent the squid until probably like mid January or so. So.
Well, I mean, I know this is a bit of a small room, and we shouldn't be going off topic, but my opinion is for January, for the start of the calendar year, like literally, like there's lots of us, 7 of us now, reckon like honoraries. We need to reward the devs, and they're not going to like ask for one or talk about one, but I've already found them like a matching pair. In the there's like 150 something honoraries, and they'll all be tatted like with the same like thing. Like GANGz has got this like thing set up now. GANGz knows. GANGz, are we gonna do the devs next 8 and 9 on the honorary council? We'll do the devs, right? Yeah. He's probably busy with family. Oh, absolutely, dude. Yeah.
Yes, they look really nice.
Yeah, the pair. There's a pair that like we can get like the devs like matching, and hopefully Zapdos. This will help him to come on like Twitter because he's like scared. Like one of our devs is like scared to come on Twitter at the minute. He's okay in Discord, but he's like out in public he's not too sure. He wants to be careful. Like, oh bless. Anyway, guys, listen. I'm not gonna lie. It's fucking 3 a.m. here. Tomorrow I have to ring some people in Asia, and I have to ring some people in Western Europe, in Austria in the morning when I wake up, and then I need to ring the UK when I wake up, when they wake up, sorry. So like, I don't know, I think my mother said they were getting up at like 6. They're going to be at my brother's for like 8:30. For the kid, like getting up, opening his presents or something, they're going to hold off until their grandparents get there. So I'm not going to continue this too long. I'm not going to wear it out like a lot of spaces do. I'm just going to say that, like, for me, I'm 3 hours into Christmas. A lot of you on the other side of the globe aren't. So for helping me, like, break in and celebrate me Christmas, I really fucking appreciate it. I couldn't wish to spend these moments because I live alone on the other side of the world, I couldn't wish like to spend these kind of moments with like better people, like literally, everything I would ever ask for. So yeah, man, gang, I love you to bits, man. GANGz, AmanDAO, Soy, Shrute, Timmy, Vee, Chris, Michael, Lord C, Rekt Vee, Crypto, whatever, I'm going to forget the name. Is that Crypto Nomad, all he is, thank you, and just whether you've talked or whether you've just listened in, hanging around, it's massively appreciated, man. Especially for me, I've explained to many people this stage of my life I'm getting now. I've been away from fucking home for like 8 years. I've never been home for over 8 years, right? Like I've lost all connectivity with like that kind of life. So yeah, guys, I appreciate it. Take care. Have a lovely family. Please, if you have like people around you, if you're lucky enough to have people around you, put your phone down, play games with them, right? Whatever it is, at Domino's, blah, 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 whatever, right? Just take care, engage your family, engage people, and whatever opportunity you've got to just enjoy yourself and forget about crypto, man. It's going to be there when the family all go home, right? See you later, GANG. See you later, Soy, Shrute.
Hey, really quick though, guys, do me a huge favor and flood Robo's DMs with tons of pictures of you guys having fun out there with the fam, so you can kind of feel that, Christmas spirit.
Yeah, man, I'll take any photo at any DM. If it's snow on top of your car, like literally, if you can't get out of your house because the snow's that bad, please take a photo and send it me. It'll cheer me up. Because I'm fucking, you know what I mean, kids? I'm missing it. I'm not going to lie to you. Anyway, I love yous all. See you later, man, Shrute. I love you to bits as well, man, son. You're a fucking great addition to this ecosystem, Shrute, man. Proper player. Don't ignore your man. Don't sleep on your man, Shrute, man. 2023. It's going to be Shrute's fucking year, this cunt. Huh?
I mean, it can't get any worse than 2022, man. I hit the trifecta with Luna, Celsius, Voyager. So only from here.
Well, fortune favors the bold, or some people say like fortune favors the brave. Dude, listen,
fortune favors the squid. Fortune favors the squid, baby.
It does, and we're pioneers. We are on the cusp of greatness. But we just need to hold the nerve and buy the right and flip the right NFTs at the right time during the bear market.
Well, people are going to start to see a lot of activity from Rekt.stars,
Vee gonna get rugged to fucking death. Can you imagine? We're going to set up a community fund to just rug his name. Oh, I'm putting 500 quid in tomorrow, me. Fuck this, like I'm telling you, I'm putting 500 fucking quid in tomorrow in the slot fund to wreck Vee's life. How funny would that be if we just start buying up loads of shit and get him accused of pumping? Oh my god, guys, I need to go to bed. I need to do some real life shit tomorrow. I just can't stop thinking about that now. Like, Shrute, have you really bought that, Shrute?
Yeah.
Shrute, have you?
I'll have some fun with it.
Rekt.Vee. He's bought Rekt.Vee. Oh my god. We're going to invest in their baby atoms tomorrow. We're going to put $500 in baby atoms and buy the entire fucking floor. We'll put a collection bid in, Vee. Oh, sorry. Guys, I'm dying. I can't stop laughing. This is so funny. If this shit really happens, imagine the fucking smell. I have to go. Guys, I'm going to end the space now because I can't deal with this anymore. Take care, you motherfuckers. I love yous, right? Take care.
Merry Christmas, Robo. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Thanks for checking out another episode of The Ether. That was RAC FM, Prop 89, Shrute Shreds. Shreds? Shreds. That must be a weird Bangkokian spelling. Shrute Shreds, Cosmic Validator. Recorded on Saturday, December 24th, 2022. For TerraSpaces.org, I'm Finn. Thanks for listening. If you want to keep listening, head on over to TerraSpaces.org/donate and show some fucking support. Rolling down the street in my 6'4". I never had a 6'4". A kid can wish though. I snapped a wishbone and grabbed a fistful. Chillin' with the dopey, this a weed is all I wish for. I'm feeling blissful. I got a missus. My ginger always down to ride no matter what the mission. I'm singing this song. Got a couple albums out. We do alright, but it ain't really shit to write home about. Like to feed the fishbowl. Keep my stories mystical. I like my beats boom bap and rap to be lyrical. I'm feeling cynical. Craving a little ritual. Save my place in line while I try to find a miracle. I keep looking, but never find nothing. We've been lied to, thinking this surprise under super secret lies. Motherfuckers sneak inside, going dark. Now believe me when I say this shit is do or die. Going dark now, believe me when I say the shit is do or die. Going dark now, believe me when I say the shit is do or die. Through the trenches, trying to stay offensive. Trespassing here like this land looks expensive. Ain't no time like the present. Trying to stake a claim, just make sure your claim stays away from all these other claims. We're almost kinda running out of land here. Living in the day of the dead and it's damn weird. Same teams, y'all, we just trying to get a bite to eat. A little rest saved up, waiting for my time to sleep. Head down, middle fingers up, yo, I'm wide awake. Never hesitate to stay about 100 miles away. 7 time and space, while the wrecking ball the place. I expect you all to play, running marathons today. When the sick get sicker and the rich get richer, it might be about time to rearrange our dinner. Fix the system, the shit, it's all nixed. Waking up early, gonna suck today's. Time to suck today's dick, that's what I'm talking about. Going dark now, believe me when I say the shit is do or die. Suck today's dick, that's what I'm talking about. Going dark now, believe me when I say the shit is do or die.
Clark's a great guy, man. He's totally gonna take care of Angela, man. He's great. He's a wonderful lab partner, so it's gonna be cool. He'll keep an eye on her.
Why don't you go fuck yourself, you weird little prick?
I'm a teacher, okay? You can't talk to me like that, guy.
I'm not a student, so I can say whatever the fuck I want.
TerraSpaces.